Welcome to the Class is Permanent Podcast, episode 4 here. This is dropping here on Tuesday, December 9th. Pooch, we're back. This is our first one, not in person. How are we?
We are back.
Wow, that sounded beautiful.
I know. I'm really good. We're good. We're chilling. We're loving life. We're forgetting about Saturday's results. Didn't even know if there was footy being played over the weekend. Think it was international break. Gearing up for AFCON coming up. So yeah, we're
There you
we're
go.
loving life.
Owen, we got admin Owen on a mic and headset now. This is a massive... We're getting better every week. Owen, please say hello to the people.
Yeah, moving up big time, guys.
There you go. He's got a chair at the table.
Oh, yeah. I mean, I pretty much just kind of superseded Pooch within a week.
Yeah.
Not even within a week, within like an episode.
Yeah, I guess it was less than a
Yeah.
week.
Pooch has been condemned to his couch, but that being said, we have a great episode here. We have a weekend recap. We have a Champions League preview. We're going to do our World Cup draw. And then we have a Mystery 11. And, before we forget, we also have our special Chelsea segment. Before we get into that, I want to give a big shout out to Declan. I think people loved our singing on our intro last week. But we now have a new official intro, and we're going to let that run. So away we go. All right, Pooch, let's jump into the Chelsea segment. I had a lot of the Chelsea guys reaching out about that. You had a great take, and I think it's important for us to do so. Why don't you jump in?
So my take is Moises Caicedo's the most important player on Chelsea, more important than Cole Palmer, Cucurella, anybody else, Maresca, if you want to count a manager.
Wow.
Yeah, I think with him out, you really see the flaws of that team. I don't know if you have the same kind of thinking or what.
I honestly think Cucurella.
We'll touch on Chelsea a little bit later in the episode, so I just want to...
Okay.
Yeah, let's stick to the plan. We'll get to that.
You're right. We can talk about them in a little bit. We're going to do a weekend recap, so it's probably best to talk about them within that.
Yeah.
Let's jump in right here. I mean, some of the bets we had here. I mean, this is one I got right. Pooch, why don't you kick us off? Aston Villa beats Arsenal 2-1 here. Walk us through that.
Yeah, I would have been fully on board with your bet if I knew that the last time Aston Villa lost at home was August of 2024 to Arsenal. I did not know that they've gone over a year without losing at home. That's just an insane run. I think they got lucky at the end in the sense of it was a 95th minute winner with 10 seconds. It was literally the last kick of the ball. And he roofed it into the top netting. I think Arsenal, for bits of the game, looked like a dominant team. But I think majority was Villa. I think we couldn't control the middle of the pitch. I think that Ollie Watkins should have had a hat trick. Okay. He's an Arsenal fan, so I think that came into play there. But yeah, they deserved the win, and the only luck that they had was that it was the 95th minute, and the commentator in the 93rd literally went, well, it's a good draw for both teams to get a point here. And at that moment, I was like, okay, they're winning. At the time, Arsenal was kind of controlling a bit, and I was like, okay, now they're going to win it, and they, of course, did.
Fair enough. I just... No ball. That's not even an analytical take. Pooch usually comes with the stupid analytics. I just came to you as a ball knower and just knowing that at some point they're going to lose, and Mr. Good Evening was all about it. So I'm not going to give you too much shit here just because if I got my pick wrong, maybe I would have. But at the end of the day, I didn't. So whatever. I'm ball knowers, but no ball. Chelsea draw Bournemouth 0-0. Maybe this is a good spot for us to talk about what you're talking about, the impact of Caicedo, him not being in the game. Why don't you jump in there real quick?
Yeah, I mean, I think... if I'm being honest, his impact, in the game, it might be better to talk about it when we discuss their Champions League game.
Yeah, we'll talk about that in the preview. Good call.
Just because he's actually playing in that game instead of...
Yes.
He wasn't playing in the weekend, so it just makes more sense.
You're totally right. You're totally right there.
Yeah.
Pooch, here's one you did call. Everton down Nottingham Forest 3-0. You called the opposite, didn't you?
Yep. I said Nottingham was good. But credit to me. Last week I gave Everton a ton of credit. The entire
You
episode
did.
I was like, Everton's ballers. I love Everton. I love Moyes,
Yeah.
Grealish, Dewsbury Hall. So I got it wrong, but I love Everton. They are
Okay.
like classic,
The People's Club.
like Barclays. Yeah, yes, yeah.
Yeah, they're I think they're literally called the People's Club. Yeah, fair enough to Everton. Good for them. Good for Jack Grealish. And
Did you see the scenes at the bar when Leeds scored their third goal to tie? I saw a clip on X, the Everything app.
I didn't see this.
Of it was a guy strumming a guitar, and it was like a projector. It was kind of like no free ads, but Homestead, the bar in Morristown,
Okay, yeah,
where it has the projector, massive
Yeah,
kind of
yeah,
hall
yeah,
type
yeah.
of setting. It is the funniest clip ever because he's just strumming a guitar on stage. Everybody's watching. The goal goes in, and you would have thought a country just won the World Cup final. There's beer flying all over it. It's an Everton bar, and they
yeah.
just all break out immediately into like the Everton
Wait,
song.
you said
Like,
oh, it's an Everton song or Everton bar, and they're celebrating Leeds over. That's awesome. I did not see that. That's
yeah,
incredible.
the game ends in a draw, so it's
Yeah.
not even like Liverpool lost, but like just like there are kids jumping on the stage shirtless in a bar. Like there's like a 10-year-old kid just shirtless going like, yeah, like it
Do
is
that again.
nuts.
What was he like?
Yeah.
Chat, clip that.
But no, I like they're just such a fun team and a fan base, and yeah, I love Everton.
Awesome. Yeah, I'll just jump right in. Leeds draw Liverpool 3-3. What a game. That was awesome. I think Leeds is,
Tanaka.
yeah, I mean, I think Leeds is kind of like a club you either hate or love them. As someone that's relatively neutral, and like Spurs don't really have a beef with Leeds, like you just gotta love them. They're just a one club city, the whole thing. And Liverpool, I mean, I have no beef with Liverpool, but just awesome to see a team like Leeds be able to go and get a result against Liverpool like that. The scenes, the limbs at the stadium. And then, honestly, the big story of this game is the Mo Salah crash out after the game.
Yeah.
For those who did not see it, I'm not sure how you haven't, because obviously Fab was tweeting it. Mo Salah was benched, I think, his third straight game, if I'm not mistaken, and essentially just went on a rant. Supposedly, he didn't even go to like a Sky Sports reporter. He didn't go to like the club's reporter. He just went to the first reporter, and I think he found like a random Polish reporter. That dude was just standing there. Mo Salah's like, I need to talk. And he started talking. He's essentially said that he's being punished. He doesn't know why. He's being forced out of the club, that he had a relationship with Arne Slot. Now he doesn't. Today, a lot came out that now that it's been revealed that Salah is not traveling with the team to go play Inter. I guess at this point it'll be today, Tuesday. Arne Slot has said that there's a way back, but because of those commentaries, reaction. I don't know how you're doing this to a club legend like Salah. I'm not really sure. Maybe I wish we had a Liverpool savant on the page with us right now on the pod. This just seems like, I know he won the league last year with Slot won the league, but like multiple players have had issues. A lot of the kids have had issues that I think they call them like Klopp's kids. Right before he left, he had been playing. It was like Harvey Elliott, the right back. They have a really good right back.
Connor Bradley?
Thank you. Yes, Connor Bradley. Like a bunch of them, like, we're not getting game time. Slot has now benched Robertson. He's benched Salah. It seems like some of the other players have had some issues getting in it. I don't know. I mean, they won the league last year. You can't really argue it, but at this point, it's like things aren't going great. And now guys like Salah are talking out, who's been a servant to the club, not a savant, a servant to the club. I don't know, Pooch.
Yeah, I do want to kind of offer maybe an alternative view.
Sure.
I am of the opinion that Salah is right. Like, him and Van Dijk, like, they should get all credit where credit's due. Like, Cody Gakpo, if he has 5 bad games in a row and he's not being dropped, like, that's an issue. Like, Salah, you kind of keep putting him out there to kind of work through it. My thing, though, is I don't understand how Salah is sitting there and saying, like, they're forcing me out when he just signed. They gave him a massive deal at, like, kind of an older age in football terms last year. Like, if they really didn't want him, or Slot didn't want him, at that time they could have just been like, okay,
They could have
leave.
cashed in.
Like, yeah, like, but they didn't. And so I don't know if anybody at the club I don't know if that was a shot at Slot, if it was a shot at somebody higher up, like a technical director or the ownership. But there also comes a time when you just aren't performing. Now, like I said, I think Salah's been given, like, I think you have to give him the grace of what he did at the club. But it's also not uncommon, like we saw it with Mane, when Salah and Mane were kind of having their beef back in the day. And they ended up keeping Salah instead of Mane. But, like, it's not uncommon for Salah to kind of have this beef. He had beef with the Egyptian head coach a few years back.
I forgot about that. But yeah, that's a good call.
Yeah, so, like, there's something about Salah where it's clearly, like, it's never his fault. Now, I do think Slot is probably on his way out sooner rather than later, just with all this backlash. But it's why, like, I would give him till the end of the season, if I'm being totally honest, because he won them a league. Like, their second league in 20, 30 years. Like, you got to give that guy some time.
Yeah, I mean, I think also, like he said, right, like Salah's towards the end of his career one way or another, right? This isn't a 26-year-old Mo Salah, a 28-year-old Mo Salah. This is now well over 30, where one way or another, I mean, he may have, even if things went amazing this year, he may have left this summer anyway. I agree with you. It's kind of weird. He did mention in his interview, he said this summer that there were promises made, and he's asking the club to uphold those promises. I guess he meant game time. I guess in his eyes, he's just saying, I'm not the problem. Like you said, it's clear that he doesn't see it that way. It's just a weird situation. I think
it goes, like, if we're talking Slot, I think he does have some questionable picking of players, like team selection. That's the word I was looking for. I'm not good with words, but
not a words podcast.
I think one guy in particular, Federico Chiesa.
Yes.
This season he has always performed when he's stepped up. And yet, Slot continues not to play him. Like, he'll give him 10 minutes at the end of, like, a League Cup game. And it's
why was he signed? That's what I don't get, because he was obviously a super exciting player at Italy. He's obviously had some injury issues. And that was when I was bringing up the player issues before. That's who I was trying to think of after Connor Bradley was Chiesa. I don't know. I thought maybe he's just out of form, and it felt a little bit like of course, now I'm going to butcher this one, too. There was somebody else who, maybe Saul to Chelsea. Maybe that might not have been the right shout. I feel like there was another player recently that was signed, big name, had a bunch of injuries, and just ended up losing his spot. We're gonna probably cut that, but long story short, yeah, it's weird. I just don't get, and they didn't. It wasn't like Chiesa was on a free. You spent money on Chiesa.
Yeah,
Liverpool aren't a club with these massive owners in the sense of like a Newcastle, a City, where a PSG, where oh no, we lost 30, 40 million, whatever. I don't know. The whole thing's weird to me.
Yeah, there's Windhorst fingers. There's something up at Liverpool.
What's going on Merseyside? Yeah, we'll probably that'll be something fun to watch. I mean Salah as well, and this is when we get a little bit closer to the transfer window. It seems like he may not be at Liverpool through January. It might be, and that'll be interesting. Where is he going? Is it just to Saudi?
Well, I can tell you where he will be. He will be in, I believe, Morocco. I believe that's where AFCON is. And I guess this is a good time to plug that either Thursday or next week we're going to be having our AFCON preview.
Can't wait.
I don't want to... Yeah, I think Ethan and I are AFCON savants. We enjoy
that he means
AFCON
himself.
a lot.
You can put it on yourself.
Yeah.
It's okay.
Yeah.
I'm not looking into AFCON.
I love AFCON. I think, if I'm being honest, AFCON is my second favorite international tournament.
What's your first?
Probably Euros.
So Euros is ahead of the World Cup.
Yeah, it goes Euros, AFCON, World Cup, the Asia Cup.
Fair.
No, I'm just kidding. After that, it's what's it called? Copa. I love Copa too. I don't know. There's something about the continental tournaments that just get me going.
Yeah, fair. I mean, I would agree. I think when we'll get into the World Cup in a little bit, that's something that we do have on our segments here. But when it comes to these continental, I think these teams know each other a little bit better. Like World Cup, you might not get like a great matchup, like a true
rivalry.
Right, until later in the tournament. And that's when they do produce, right? Argentina, Netherlands isn't like a true rivalry over history. I guess they've played a couple times, but like you got an amazing game out of that. But in Copa America, there's 9 countries. Those 9 countries play each other so much. Every team has history with one another. In the Euros even, I mean, obviously you have more countries there, and I think it's a bigger tournament in general. I don't remember the officials of that one.
Plus,
But
I think geopolitically, like these
Yes.
countries are all closer together. Like
Yeah.
in the World Cup, you're not going to be getting England, Panama. There's not going to be like
Right.
like pregame fights between fans.
there might be.
Like there.
What do you
there
know about
might
those
be.
Panamanians?
Nothing.
Can you say Panamanian 5 times fast?
If I'm being honest, no.
Not with the hurt shoulder. You're right.
Yeah, Panamanian. Kind of sounds like Padme from Star Wars.
There we go. All right. We do good at getting off topic here. Just like we were with our Chelsea segment that we will get to, but let's
Yes,
move
yeah,
on.
yeah.
We're going to get to that, I promise. Anyway, let's move on. This is another big one for Pooch. Man City beats Sunderland 3-0. This was a demon off. I mean, for me, it looked like Man City kind of woke up. They won. Sunderland were probably overmatched. I guess I would say that if I'm using this correctly, Pooch, and you correct me, you're not a demon yourself. You're just simply a demon appreciator.
I'm a demon expert. I'm a demonologist.
I'm a demon expert.
No, the correct term in my line of work is demonologist.
Demon recognizer.
No, demonologist. But like to like the normal people, I'm a demon expert. But like the exact name is demonologist.
Okay, fair enough. Yeah, give me your takeaways from this one.
Externally, as a demonologist, this was
You broke
a
me.
game. this
I'm a demon expert. God, man. You're such a goofy, bro. Go on.
can't make me
Go
laugh too much. My shoulder's gonna pop out.
on. Sorry, Mr. Demon.
So, as an expert, I think that this game did turn the tide for City a bit. Like,
Okay.
I do think they like if they're all the way fake demon like 100%, they're now like 85% fake demon.
Okay.
But with that said, internally, I'm so scared that I just called them a demon and they are not a demon at all, or a fake demon and they're an actual demon.
They got you like in your head, huh?
Yeah, you want to know what? I think it's more the Villa loss than anything, where
Okay.
I was sitting there like, I mean, we win this game, we're up like what, 5-6 points still. Like it doesn't matter. That's
I think
City
it's
won.
4 now. Is that right or no?
Yeah, I think it might be a 1 or 2.
I'll check right now. Continue talking.
No, I think it's 1 or 2. So like that loss definitely put
It's
more
2.
pressure on me. Yeah. So it put more pressure on me to be like, maybe I called them a fake demon way too early in the season. But I still think I just don't trust their like midfield and defense. Their attack to me is like definitely top 3 in the world, maybe top 1 because they have so many different options that they could plug and play with. Plus you have Holland, but it's just the defense that like makes me sit there and think like, can this defense really like do well? Like you have John Stones and Ruben Diaz kind of both over the hill a bit. Like Guardiola is a demon, but like everybody else, like Nori doesn't scare me.
Wow.
Who's the guy? Mateus Nunez doesn't scare me.
Is he starting?
I think he's been starting. At least when they
Okay.
were earlier in the year, he was.
Someone's going to fact check you so hard on that.
Let him.
Let him.
Oh, I got it wrong. Donnarumma obviously good. Trafford bad. But yeah, I don't know. I just their defense and then the base of their midfield, I don't trust. Now, if somebody like Rodri comes back and he's performing like Ballon d'Or Rodri, like then I'm like, okay, they're winning the league. Like forget the defense, just him at that level. But I don't know if he'll ever reach that level again after the ACL. Like,
Yeah,
if I'm being
I mean,
honest.
it's also a year out, right, from it happening. And at that
and he got
age,
injured again.
Exactly. Yeah, I mean,
so
it's heartbreaking. All
for,
good.
for a Spanish man, yes.
For a
it's
Spaniard like
heartbreaking.
me, it is heartbreaking, but it's all right because Pedri's arrived. We'll get to Pedri. I'll finish up here with the Prem. Spurs beat Brentford 2-0. Xavi Simons has arrived. This game actually saw Spurs pretty good on the attack, but I think it was a little bit more of an indictment maybe of Brentford a bit, just in the sense like it looked like they sat a little bit deeper. You know, as we spoke about, I forget what the game was last week, Brentford, maybe Arsenal. Similar kind of vibe in the sense just that of the way Brentford approached it. I did say, and this is another Ethan hit, for those who said, I don't know ball, those who said, oh, he doesn't have analytics. Oh, what are these guys doing? Sorry. Sometimes you just know ball. Anyway, just went off on the haters in Getafe. Yeah, I mean, it was a good game. We'll take the 3 points. Xavi Simons is a dog. It just gives us like Instagram story-worthy stuff. So I'm going to start hitting his celly at footy.
Oh, I can't wait for that. Admin Owen, 3 words to describe this game as a Spurs fan.
Good question.
I would say settling.
Yep.
It's just good to see the boys. Sorry, 3 words. Settling, go with satisfying, and promising. Yeah, it's Brentford. I don't want to
SSP.
overreact, but SSP is probably what I'm going to go with there.
Oh, he's hitting the celly. Oh, we're both hitting the celly. This should be our first one. You could try it.
Do it for Xavi.
Oh my God.
I can't.
You can't even do the hand you're injured.
No.
Sorry. It hurt. Oh, I can't.
Whatever.
I can't do a celly.
Pooch is so
No,
soft,
I can't
man.
do a Spurs player celly.
Pooch can't drive right now because his non-driving hand. You could do that one, okay? His non-driving hand is hurt. Pooch, thoughts on that?
It sucks. It really sucks. I can't get groceries. I'm on my 7th day of DoorDash.
Don't send me. Don't send me to get groceries, brother. We should go together.
I would have sent Brett, but he's sick.
Yeah, Brett doesn't do anything, unfortunately. Anyway.
Just excel.
Let's get back to the podcast. That was a nice little fun conversation. Let's jump into La Liga real here just because I'm always going to talk about La Liga. Barca beat Betis
this weekend.
5-3. You said you watched a ton this weekend?
I did.
Oh, you
actually,
did? Okay.
Yeah.
I thought you were fucking with me.
To prep for this, no.
For a second, we might be back. All right, I think we're good. All right, Pooch just said, if you guys lost us for a second, Pooch just said that he's been catching a lot more La Liga to prep. I thought he was fucking with me just to bully me, but he wasn't.
No.
We were talking about, you're just prepping, or are you just trying to get interest in the league?
No interest in the league. I just know you're a fan. So yeah, like literally, this is my Super Bowl. Like this is AFCON prep work.
You still there? Did he freeze, or is he just? Oh, dude, you're the worst. You're the worst. We're trying to record a podcast here, man. My editing life is gonna suck. All right, whatever. Barca beat Betis.
That's a little Easter egg for the viewers.
Barca beat Betis 5-3 to stay top of La Liga. Ferran Torres, El Tiburon, the Shark, had a hat trick. I've been asking Lamine to play as a 10. He played as a 10 and it was a masterclass. It just allows him to open up. And I'm not going to start comparing him to Messi, but in the same way that when Messi starts drifting inside, he's like become so much more of a threat. It felt very, very similar. And then good call, Owen. We're not talking about Lamine. We're talking about Larry Yamal, especially next summer when he comes here. And then, well, you know what's funny is for a while, people in Spain were calling him Ryan because some woman asked, he was outside a restaurant with like his entourage. And I guess there was like a group of women. And they're like, oh, can you take a picture of us? I guess not knowing who he was. And he was like, okay. And like as he's taking the picture, his boys are filming him taking pictures, some random women just like asking, I don't know, they went out for dinner or something. And the woman goes, are you famous? And he goes, no. And they're like, oh, what's your name then? He goes, oh, my name is Ryan. So like Adidas was posting like about Ryan. Barca was posting about Ryan. So I guess Larry or Ryan, whatever, he has nicknames. I should have picked that up. I'm not good on the fly. Brain doesn't work too quick like in grocery stores. As well, Rooney, I'm going to butcher this last name. He's Swedish. Rooney Bargdi. He shines. He played really, really well, and now he's starting to really make an impact off the bench. So that was fun. The biggest news this week in La Liga, though, was Real Madrid losing to Celta Vigo 2-0. I called it. It's very hard to play against Celta Vigo, but whatever. For all my non-ball knowers. Borja Iglesias did not score. That's on me. I'm going to put, you know what? I'm going to put one hand up. Pooch, put a hand up. All right, let's put 2 hands up, Pooch.
Nope.
Tough one.
Almost got me, though. I almost did.
I did almost get him. He didn't score. There was a double. The guy's name was Willett. Did you see both goals? Because they were sick. Did you see any other goals?
They were awesome.
Did you actually see them?
Yeah, of course I did.
I can't tell, man.
I watched this game.
He's got me in my head now. The first one was a banger, and then the second one, he dribbled Courtois and walked it in, and like Barca fans everywhere just like rejoiced. It was awesome. Real Madrid, 2 red cards, and the bigger issue, though, I'm not sure if you guys saw the clip. So they get 2 red cards. One of them was Alvaro Carreras, who I think we spoke about last week on the pod. I think we did, right?
Yeah.
Or 2 weeks ago. He gets a yellow, and then he gets another one like 2 minutes later. I believe the second one was for dissent. I may have got that flipped. After the game, the Real Madrid's delegate and essentially their liaison for the referee committee of Spain was on the field, like face to face, as like in the the Michigan Ohio State game, the way that Barham was with the referee headbutted him. He was like face to face yelling at the ref. That dude's wife sits on the referee committee as well. And people are like, Barca, the Negrera case, yada, yada, yada. And then Real Madrid, literally the game, it wasn't like the game ended. It was like 5 minutes after people were walking around dapping up. It was like the game ended. He was on the field in the ref's face, standing next to Jude Bellingham, arguing with the ref. And this is why. This is, if I'm not mistaken, one of the first times Real Madrid has had 2 red cards in a game, because what happens is then the referees get taken off of these games. They literally get like intimidated, and on top of it, the league just stops putting them on games because Real Madrid then goes and becomes a corrupt organization and does this shit. It drives me insane. Every time there's news about Barca winning and Real Madrid losing, something about the Negrera case comes out, which has all been done and passed. It's all moved on from. But then Real Madrid do this weekly. Whatever. They suck. They lost to Vigo. Vigo's a very good team.
Can I also say, and I want to pose this question to you.
Thanks.
Was that Endrick's most impactful performance for Real Madrid this year?
Did Endrick get off the bench?
No, he didn't, but he got a red card on the bench.
I was about to say, I was like, wait a second.
Yeah, no.
Yeah, he got a bench after, right?
Yeah, no, he got a red card on the bench. Like, he didn't play in the game, but he got a red card. So, but like, is that his most impactful performance this year?
I'd have to say so. Mostly because I don't know of another. I forgot Endrick existed for a while. You know, this was the next Pele.
But he was the GOAT. Like, everybody thinks that they're like the guy until another guy shows up, aka Yamal.
Dude, Yamal is collecting these boys like the Infinity Stones. I mean, Esteval got his ass. What?
Collecting what?
Oh my god! I'm getting put on a watch list. Lamine Yamal is collecting these other fellow soccer players, talented young soccer players like Thanos. Yep. God, man, Pooch is such a fan. Yeah, I'm not. Whatever. Real Madrid loses to Celta Vigo. They're corrupt. They're horrible people. All of them at the club. That being. Oh, and thoughts. I need a minute.
3 words.
Let's see. I gotta. We'll say.
We are such a bad words podcast.
I need to.
Oh my god, he's having a stroke.
Just 3 words. Just
3 words, bro. Just make it up. He's just scrolling on his computer up and down. He's not looking at anything. He's looking at the graphic. It's not going to give you the answer.
Make up words.
Come on, man.
We'll do slimy.
Yep.
Okay.
Oh, I see what you're doing.
Probably I'd go with silly for sure.
Yeah, definitely silly.
Yep. Slimy, silly.
God. So many words. I'm just flipping through the thesaurus in my head right now.
Fairs.
Petty.
Yeah. Yep.
All right. Yep. So can you say 3 together?
Thanks, Poop.
SSP.
I literally forgot the first word I said.
This is really
slimy,
good podcasting.
silly, and petty.
This is great podcasting.
I told you guys can't like just ask me for input. My brain's like operating at like in a separate plane.
Ooh, good word. All right, we're getting better at words. Fulcrum. And then Atletico Madrid lose to Bilbao 1-0. Whatever. Good
Didn't
game, I
watch
guess.
this one.
Yeah, I also didn't watch this game.
Yeah.
Bundesliga, real quick. Bayern dominates Stuttgart 5-0. Kane hat-trick. Leipzig beat Frankfurt 6-0.
Yeah, that's disappointing.
Yeah, and then also Jan Diomande with a hat-trick. This kid's a stud. Every week I feel like I'm seeing more highlights from him. I'm just seeing, I do see that Barca are like linked, but I feel like every big
don't
club.
Go for him.
Well, it looks like Liverpool's also heavily linked now with the Salah stuff. I mean, I'm personally not going to go for him. I'm that's not my style, but maybe you can explain why someone wouldn't be.
I think we should put an embargo on German attackers.
He's not German.
Name me. No, coming from the German league. Yeah, Bundesliga attackers.
Bundesliga.
Can you name me the last Bundesliga attacker that went to another division and actually performed well?
Give me 1 second. Thomas Mueller to the MLS.
That's a good one, actually. That's a really good one.
No, that's not fair.
Okay.
Well, no, let's do it because I'm assuming you're going like Nkunku has flopped. Timo Werner he did okay.
Timo Werner flopped. No, he flopped.
Well, he did.
Havertz, you
flop,
can't like.
Flop,
he's been okay, but like
flop.
in terms of what
does he do?
No. But that's what I'm saying. like if you look at it statistically, you're like, man, he's actually pretty decent. But like in terms of the money that Chelsea and Arsenal both spent on him, like he should be grabbing like 30 goals a season, and
Yeah.
he's not. Like
Yeah.
I would say Verts, I know it's too soon, but I would say flop.
So far, yeah, he's a tough one, but I'm also a Verts fan, so that's why. But I understand what you're saying. He has not hit the ground running.
You could
I agree with you.
make a case for Ekatike, but like he's French, so
It has nothing to do.
no, nothing to do with it. But he's French. So.
Has he really hit the ground running though? I mean, I know he's banging some
stuck.
goals.
So like
but
his issue is they bought Isak for no reason.
Right,
But that's
exactly.
a whole other thing with Liverpool.
yeah, they're in a weird spot, man. That's a weird
But
club.
like you could make the case Lewandowski was the last one.
yeah, I guess that.
Like
I like how you said Lewandowski.
yeah, Lewandowski, is that how you pronounce
You
it?
got it. I'm usually horrific with pronunciation, so I'm just like basking in this right now. This is awesome.
But no, I mean, we've been doing this for a few weeks now, and I think both of you are starting to come to the realization pronunciation is not my strong suit.
All right. Yeah, I agree with you. You gotta put an embargo on the Bundesliga. Maybe Jude
Bundesliga,
Bellingham
yeah.
too.
But his positioning
yes.
is so weird. So.
Yeah, and he's a bum. He's a bum. Dude, I saw a video, and maybe I'll find a way to repost this on the page because I feel like everybody should see this. It was like the ball I watch, and it's like a highlight of Pedri. And, it's like him dribbling and passing and all that. And it's a highlight of Bellingham, and it's just like him scoring a goal, and it looks like a what's it called, like a boomerang. And it's just like that, and then it's like another one, but it's not him actually scoring. It's just a celebration, and it's just at one point him on the field yelling at the ref, and it's just another boomerang. It's like the ball my boys watch, and it's so true. It's so people are like Bellingham's so good, and all I see is just him doing like the arms out celebration, like that armadillo, and then you watch a Pedri highlight. No goal celebrations. He doesn't do that, but you just watch him absolutely destroy your favorite player, and produce 3 of the best highlights of all time. Whatever. I'm obviously hot today. That being said. Napoli down Juventus 2-1. Højlund brace. Got to pray for the United lads. That's got to be tough to watch. But at the same time, United, they beat Wolves today. That's 4 straight wins. Has anyone gotten a status check on the dude with the hair? 5 straight, he gets to cut it.
Is it 4 straight? I think they drew West Ham last week or midweek.
We got Admin Owen on it.
Yeah, they did draw West Ham. Does that count? Does he need 5 wins or 5 unbeaten?
5. I think he needs 5.
I think it's 5 wins. Yeah.
Jesus.
Damn.
Yeah.
All right. I apologize. I mean,
that guy's an idiot for even doing that.
Yeah. I mean,
it's nuts to sit there and be like, yeah, we need 5. Just do 5 unbeaten. You guys weren't getting 5 unbeaten anytime soon anyway. Like,
there's just no way he thought it was going to go this long. Like, there's just no way he thought that.
Yeah. Did you see the clip earlier in the year where he went to an actual game and there was like some old dude who started like clearly drunk and like everybody's like United wins a game, everybody's like being like saying his name. I don't even know what the guy's name is, but like saying it, and some like old dude is just jumping up with them, and then he just grabs his head and he starts like pushing it to the ground. And like everybody at first is like, oh, he's just like roughing him up. And it went on for like 10, 15 seconds to where people had to step in. They're like, dude, what are you doing? Like even the guy was like, what is going? Because the guy just grabbed the head. Like after 5, I think it started like you could see in the guy's face like he's very like playful. And then I think after 5 seconds, once he got a hold of it, he was like, man, like, I think there's something at the bottom of this thing. And he just kept digging in. Like it was very funny. Yeah. Like that's the best way to describe it. Is like he was just
we got Booch on camera digging in with it as he's saying with one hand.
He was just digging it in, man.
Booch is
he was just it was nuts. I was like, wow, what's going on there?
Wow, what's going on there? Okay, yeah, I'm gonna have to look for that video later after hours. That being said, Inter thrashed Como 4-0, and something I liked about this is Fabregas after the game saying that he'd rather play his way and lose than sit deep and I guess get a result. I forget what the exact quote was. I fuck with it. I fuck with the vision. He's like, yeah.
Yeah, I mean, you're an Ange fan. You're Ange, so
put your European title on the table. Okay. That being said, Yeah, we're going to move on to League One. This is something I wanted to talk about. League One, I was keeping an eye on Nice. Nice lose to Angers 1-0. I was supposed to prep on this and I didn't. I wonder how many of those players played. Does anybody know?
Nope. I don't watch enough Nice ball. I got to get into Nice ball more.
I was very curious to see, like, did those guys play? Did those guys not play? Nice fans boo team during 7th straight loss. Players show support for injured teammates. I guess some of those players didn't play after this last week's loss, yada, yada. Those 2 players were absent. So the ones, we didn't get this before. Jeremy Boga and Tareem Mofi, those were the 2 that took the beating, took multiple blows, including to the head and groin. I didn't realize that these guys were just getting kicked in the balls, man. That's crazy. These guys were so bad they started kicking these dudes in the balls and sent them to the hospital.
Once again,
I'm
security should be fired. The
Those
fact
are
that
real
security
demons.
let it go on.
Oh my God. Those are real demons. Those guys got on the bus, started stomping people's balls out. That's crazy. Pooch, thoughts?
I think Nice should hire better security guards.
Okay.
And the players should get better street sense to not follow ultras off of the safe bus. I mean, we talked about it in length last week. It's the same goes this week. Like, hey, do you want your ball stomped or not? On or not? What do you want, Ethan? Ethan, putting the question back to you.
No, I definitely don't want my balls stomped.
No, you're not
and
into
thoughts?
that.
All set. Thank you, though. Thanks, guys.
All right.
Then don't get off the bus.
Don't get off the
that's all I
bus.
gotta say.
Fair enough. Pooch said that, and they didn't listen. We'll run through MLS Cup. Miami and Messi. They win 3-1.
The goats.
Yeah, it was nice to see Jordi Alba. He had like the pre-assist to the final goal. Busquets played well. Actually, a really fun game. I thought Vancouver, and I think Mueller at the end of the game, he's like, they got the best of us, but we did hit the post a couple of times. They were unlucky, and I agree with them. I thought Miami was probably the better team, even if slightly.
Yeah.
But I did think like that game could have been very different. I was feeling very good going to like 5 minutes when it was 2-1. I was like, I took the under goals. Life is good. Then they obviously scored the last one, which was fine. It was nice to see them. That stadium sucks. Thank God they're moving out of that shit stadium. That place is garbage. It looks worse than like a high school soccer field. It's like, do you see that stand in the corner? Did you watch they have like the stand in the corner and half of the seats you can't see. I was watching, I'm like, who bought a ticket to this and is just watching like a quarter of the field?
So, question for you. So, Busquets and Alba, they're both retiring, correct? Most likely.
No, they are. They're officially done.
Yeah. I'm guessing Suarez might be following soon. But, so, they have DePaul there, Messi. Messi is going to bring along at least one more friend.
Yeah, someone will come along.
Is it Di Maria?
I feel like it might have to be. I mean, they're like best friends. They're like Suarez, Messi levels because like they're considered like brothers.
And they've never played with each other before.
At the club level, yeah.
At the club level, yeah.
I mean, I'd assume so. I don't know. Again, like this is where maybe it would have been great to have Sosa on to talk about contracts. And I think everyone would love to hear just like the different numbers and the DP and all that. But that being said, why'd you look at me like that, man? I had to cut that whole part last time, and I have to cut this too.
I didn't say anything.
I said designated player, and you got weird, you demon.
I didn't. I was trying to I had a sneeze, but then I didn't. That's why my face crinkled up. Here, just say it again. I promise you, I won't do anything.
You're good. Yeah, I wish we had Sosa on to talk a little bit about the contracts and like the DP and all that. Why are you giggling, man? Good player. What does something else DP can stand for, Pooch? You're on the spot.
I don't want to get into it because Sosa last week said that it wasn't a thing, my rumor, with Suarez, Messi, Busquets, Alba, them swinging.
It's going to be a fun night with me sitting here just alone with Riverside. They go home, they go to sleep, and I'm here until 2 a.m. trying to figure out how to get Sosa's audio in. I think I get it, and then I get a text at 11. Hey, by the way, Sosa's audio is not in the podcast. That was really awesome. Some people just thought we didn't interview him. I mean, it was like a 20-minute bit. Like that we were just asking questions and stuff. It wasn't a bit. We do a lot of bits, but that wasn't one of them, I promise. Yeah, I don't know. I guess Di Maria will be the friend to come over. I don't know as far as his retiring, honestly. I think he should.
I think he should, too.
There's a chance he goes back to Uruguay. I saw a lot of Miami fans being like, Suarez, thank you so much for everything. Now you're free to return home to Uruguay. Like, go back to your home club and go win with them. It's kind of making it like, oh, go have your happy. And it's like, obviously, they're kidding. Like, get the fuck out of their club because, he's kind of fat. I don't know. Maybe Neymar?
I was about to say Neymar. Now, I want to send it over to you because I know you want to talk about his time at Santos, but I think from what I've been following along, I think he's kind of doing everything he can for Santos. And it would make sense that before the new MLS season, he'd move over to Miami. But kind of go through maybe your thoughts on Neymar and Santos.
Yeah, so I mean, for those who haven't followed, when he first got to Santos, he was like really struggling. He's been having a lot of like he just can't play like 3 games in a row. I don't even think he can play 2 games in a row. Honestly, I'm not talking like a Saturday, Wednesday, Saturday. I'm talking like Saturday, Saturday. He can't even go the full thing. His just body's broken. So Santos has been in like a relegation battle here, and the reports have come out that he has had, if I'm not mistaken, a torn meniscus he's been playing on, and he's like saved him from relegation. He's now having his surgery to, I guess, hopefully fix that. And it's just been incredible to see. I mean, I think Neymar gets a rep as like a kind of selfish player, and he obviously, the whole stuff with his sister every year around her birthday, he ends up being injured. But like this was kind of refreshing to see because it's a Neymar like I think everybody loves. It feels like when Neymar puts on like a Brazil shirt, or I guess in this case a Santos shirt, it's like he'll die for the club. He puts on another shirt. It's just kind of like whatever.
Yeah.
Which I guess fair enough. I think for Barca, maybe he had a little bit of that Brazil and like Santos love, but it seems like after he left, realized he made a mistake. He kind of just like lost some passion for the game, which I get. It's kind of hard, but yeah, he's played a crucial role for Santos. He scored 5 goals in the last 4 matches of the season, which again, like this is a guy that was struggling. I remember when he signed for Santos, everyone was excited. I'm not tuning into the Brazil league. Not that I'm anti-Brazil league. Just it's just an extra. It's hard to watch all this. And I remember just looking like, all right, he's playing a little bit every now and then, get assists, but he was really struggling. And the fact to see him do this, it's incredible. So we'll have to see. I mean, I'm hoping that he'll have a last chance here at the World Cup. It's a possibility. Maybe he's able to recover in time, and maybe they call him up. I don't know how much of an impact. Like he's not a starter, right? Like he just can't do that. He can't run. He can't press any of that. But yeah, I'm not sure. I mean, it's been incredible. I love it. I think it's a fun story.
Yeah, just with Neymar in Brazil, they expanded the rosters to 26 people now.
Okay.
So knowing, I wouldn't be shocked if because all of those Brazilian players love him. I mean, that's their idol.
Yeah.
Like, imagine you get to play with like Landon Donovan, your idol. Like, it's like awesome. So I wouldn't be shocked with the expanded rosters. Carlo looks at him, even if he's not 100% fit, and he's like, listen, I just need you to come in and help some of these younger guys. Because Brazil does have a young attack. Help some of these younger guys kind of grow and play with the Brazilian national team. I could see that happening, but I agree. Like, what he's done for Santos is awesome. And maybe we'll get into, like, over an international break or the summer kind of talk about how he got to Santos, because there is an interesting story there where Santos transferred out one of their best young players, but they didn't file the paperwork, and like Neymar comes in, and like it was basically like a trade, so they got, I forget what team's player, but that guy was like the league leader in goals. And the trade was this young center back for the league leader in goals. And then the striker comes over, he's playing games, but the young center back is like, well, Neymar's coming, I don't want to leave. And the club that got him was like, no, you have to come to us. Like, we signed all the paperwork. And he's like, I didn't sign anything. And he was like playing a few games with Santos, not with Neymar there yet, but like, he ended up going, but like just like a weird kind of saga going on in the background to Neymar coming into Santos. So like I know the story, so I can get into it at a later time, but like
we'll jump into that.
Crazy transfer. Yeah.
That's interesting. I was not aware of that. I kind of just assumed he just signed for Santos. He needed a spot. I do need to get myself a Santos kit, like a Neymar Santos. I feel like that is something for those who don't know, we're obviously going to continue to improve our studio here in my basement. As long as Pooch decides to start, not just phoning it in, working from home. They call him WFH Pooch, work from home Pooch, because he doesn't want to come into the studio. But I would like to get some like jerseys up on the back. What are you looking around for?
I'm trying to figure out the acronym.
Work from home, WFH. Work is a W, F is for, and then H is home.
Okay, cool. Thank you. I was struggling.
Wow.
Come on, E, bring the energy. Bring the energy. It's a Giants third down. Come on, E.
It's third down and 4. That's awesome. No, on top of that too, I was just reading up on it a little bit, and it seems like Ancelotti, previous to this week or previous to the past 2 weeks, people kept asking about Neymar, and he said we're only bringing fully fit players. And based on what we've seen, the fact he's going to be getting healthy, like you said, I think there's a spot for him. I think it was the Euros for Spain last year, or 2 years ago, excuse me, that Spain only brought, I think, 24, which maybe they brought 23 and the roster requirement was 24, something along those lines. And Sergio Ramos was left off. And it was a really big deal because people were like, there you have an extra spot, whatever. I didn't agree with that at that time. I was like, just put him on the team. Who cares? Like, just let him sit on the bench. He was okay sitting on the bench, whatever. I could see that being with Neymar. Like, hey, like let him play in the last group stage game a bit. Give him 25 minutes, because you'll probably get through the group stage. You'd hope. And like he could at least be like, a voice. And say Brazil do pull off what I would say is relatively unlikely. Who knows? Maybe I'm wrong. Say they do pull it off and win the World Cup. How amazing would it be to see Neymar like, holding it up and being part of that team? I think that's something that'd be awesome. But we'll have to keep an eye on that. It was a really cool story, and the fact that he did save him from relegation is that's like football heritage. Alrighty, Pooch, what do we want to do here? You want to jump into the UCL midweek, or do we want to maybe jump into the FIFA World Cup draw? Up to you here.
Can we do Mystery 11?
Yeah, let's jump into the Mystery 11 again. All right, let's have a little fun here. Bring a little energy. We are doing a Mystery 11. For those who missed our first Mystery 11, episode 1, which was just 3 episodes ago, you could actually listen to all this in about 4 hours, maybe 5. Me and Pooch have both put together a Mystery 11. We're both going to request a player from the other one's 11. As we go through it, we try and figure out the correlation, the connection. I think week 1, we start relatively easy. You went a little harder than me. I went very easy. This week, I think I went a little bit harder, but I don't know. Who went first? You want to rock, paper, scissors, shoot it? Yeah. To see who gets... Okay, ready? Rock, paper, scissors, shoot. Okay, you're acting like you're on a delay. We both were scissoring again. Rock, paper, shoot. I got paper. I'll go first.
I got.
What was funny?
Okay, go. Nothing.
Okay, cool. All right. Let me just get a notepad here. That way I could keep. Give me. You doing 4-3-3 or what are you doing? I did a 4-3-3.
I'm doing 4-3-3. Yeah.
Okay, give me your center mid. Or did you do like DM 8-10 or did you do just center mid? I don't care either way. Just give me one of them.
Antoine Griezmann.
As your center mid?
Yeah. I have.
Is this like out of position players? Is that what we're doing?
No. Basically, my two of my center mids are like 10s because my 6 is so good.
Okay. So, I mean, with Antoine, played for Barcelona and Atletico Madrid.
No.
Okay, that was just a random guess, obviously. Yeah, Pooch, what do you want?
Okay, striker.
Zlatan.
Okay. Scandinavian.
No, cheeky. All right, give me your 6.
Yaya Toure.
I think I know where you may be going with this.
Can't cheat like that.
How is that cheating?
You're looking stuff up.
Because I know something. Okay, I looked up if Antoine Griezmann has African roots. He doesn't. I was gonna go that route. I thought he was on par. Let's see. Both played for Barca. Yaya's obviously played for City. There's definitely a Barca connection here. I could just tell. Played 1 season for Barca.
Nope.
Am I close?
Nope.
Okay, fair enough.
Give me left winger.
Alexis Sanchez. Cheeky.
Scored under 20 goals for Man United.
Very cheeky. That's not correct.
Okay.
Give me your other center mid.
Shaqiri.
This is a tough one. Scored at the 2018 World Cup.
Nope. All right. I'll take your...
Yaya Toure definitely didn't score at the 2018 World Cup either.
Right mid. Or right winger.
Di Maria.
I mean, I kind of see a connection.
Okay.
Was cast aside by Man United.
No, that's funny though. I didn't even see that connection. All right, give me celeb here. What position do we want?
We got to hear the center back.
Yeah, give me one of the center backs. Good shout out.
Marquinhos.
Marquinhos. Okay. Interesting. So you got a bunch of ballers here. You have a bunch of guys that. Here's a guy that you got a little sly smile on your face.
No, I'm chilling. I'm trying to figure out yours. I have a smile because I'm looking at the guys that you have.
One
Trying
thing
to
about
figure it
Yaya
out.
Toure real quick. So Yaya Toure, where has he played? Yaya Toure played at Barca. Yaya Toure played at Man City, but he started in France. I just don't remember where he was signed from.
Played at another club in England too.
Yaya?
Mm-hmm.
Did he own? Did Yaya Toure play another club in England?
Did he play at Everton?
No. Did he? Yeah.
Pretty sure he played at
yeah.
Arsenal.
No, that's Kolo Toure. Oh my god.
No,
His brother Kolo
Was
Toure
close.
played it. Are you serious?
he was at He was on trial at Arsenal.
Okay. Anyway,
Yeah.
let me just guess at this one. Ooh, 2006 U21 World Cup team of the season. Team of the tournament.
Nope.
I really thought that was it. What's up?
Your
Bruce? Keep going.
goalkeeper.
Yeah, Pepe Reina. If I were you, I'd be so thrown
Hmm.
off. Probably be like so confused.
Really? Coached by Louis van Gaal.
No, that's cheeky. Give me. Did you do manager and super sub or no?
No, not this time.
I did. Whatever. Dork. All right. Let me hear your striker. Because there must be a lot of
Memphis
it.
Depay.
Okay. We got Depay. We got Ship. Well, one thing we got here is a bunch of dudes that play in different leagues than their nationality. So that's something there.
Maybe not. Maybe you're reading into things too much.
Over 100 appearances in a foreign league, like different than what country they're from.
Nope.
Okay. Whatever. I
I'll
don't even
take
care
your
anyway.
left back.
Yeah, Luca Digne.
Okay. Played in PSG's academy.
Bro, Angel Di Maria didn't play in
you didn't
PSG. I said
You didn't
no.
say no or cheeky, so that means I'm close somewhat, somehow.
I promise you that did not make you closer. You think Di Maria played in PSG's academy?
No, but you just gave me the answer I needed that it wasn't close at all. Double mind gamed you.
Sorry, you got my ass. All right.
Double mind gamed you.
Give me your left winger.
My left winger is a guy called Sadio Mane.
I'm getting close now. I'm on the hunt. I'm on the scent. Have all of these guys played in league?
Nope.
Interesting.
I will take your right back.
Akraf. Wait. Let me try that again.
Hakimi.
Akraf Hakimi.
Okay. Have all of these guys won the French Cup?
No.
I do, because they all played in League 1.
Yeah, that's true. They have. Give me your back. Sadio Mane?
This either will help you get it or will throw you off completely.
Who? How the hell spell you?
Laurent Jans.
How do you spell Jans? Is that a
J.
J-A-N? Why are you looking up at the ceiling? You don't have it on your computer?
No, I do, but I was trying to remember off the top of my head, forgetting.
I don't even know who this person is.
He's a footballer, pretty famous in some parts of the world.
I gotta look this guy up. These guys all play at FC Metz?
No.
All right, because a couple of them have.
Oh, really? I didn't even realize that.
Oh, interesting. Okay.
I'll take your center mid.
Yeah. Just to be clear, mine is not necessarily. I'll say it's like 2 6s and a 10, just to make it clear.
Yeah.
Doesn't really matter. So, is there one that you want in particular?
No, anyone. Grab
Michael
that.
Essien.
Michael.
I wonder if there's anyone listening to this right now, and they're like, "Oh my god, I got it!" They're just screaming at the top of their lungs. They're like, "How could you not see it?"
There probably is.
There's definitely someone who knows the Laurent Jans one and is just screaming at their in their car right now. And yeah, whatever.
All have played with CR7.
No.
Okay. Pretty
Has
sure.
Ibra?
No, definitely not.
Well,
I
they
didn't
didn't overlap
know.
at United, right?
They may have actually, but I know Alexis definitely didn't,
Okay.
and Digne too. So I was just throwing something at the wall, seeing if it stuck.
I got to see what positions you still have. Who's the goalkeeper?
Matt Ryan.
Dude. All right, I'm getting
Told
very
you,
strong.
It's a tough one.
I'm getting strong 2018 vibes from this entire thing.
Mm,
Like Matt Ryan, did he play for Australia at the recent World Cup?
probably they have like no goalkeeping.
Did they all play in the 2018 World Cup? No. I already asked that.
Yeah. No, you're good. I wasn't gonna dock you.
Whoa. Dude, definitely don't do that. I gave.
So I get okay. Never mind. I don't want you to cut more stuff.
Damn, Matt Ryan, Marquinhos. There's definitely some in 28. Matt Ryan. Laurent Jans? Who is this dude? You're like really I'm going to look this guy. Am I missing something like obvious with this dude?
With him, probably not. I wouldn't focus too much on Laurent Jans. That's why I said you're either going to get it or it's going to throw you off completely. And it clearly is throwing you off completely.
I'm like looking up Griezmann's birthday to compare it to Laurent Jans. Wow. I don't know, man. They were part of your 2018 FIFA Ultimate Team.
No.
Okay. They were in the Team of the Week.
I'll take another one of your center mids.
Yeah. Emmanuel Petit.
Ooh.
Arsenal.
Petit legend. All played under Ancelotti?
Nope.
Okay.
Dude, this is so tough.
So you have left back, center back, right wing left.
Dude, Laurent Jans. All right, I'm trying to think before I even say this one. Oh, and am I missing something here? Is there something that...
There's absolutely nothing obvious that I picked up on.
Who do you think is... Have you picked up mine? Like for Pooch or no?
No.
Okay. Whose do you think you're closer on?
Yeah, definitely not Pooch's.
This is hard. I'm just going to get your full 11. Yeah, give me... Wait, you said I have center back, left back, and right wing, right?
Yeah.
Give me the other center back, sure.
Mertesacker.
I think I may have got this. If I get it. Do they all wear 18 at some point?
No.
Interesting. Why are you giggling? Was that stupid?
Take your other center mid.
Yeah, David Beckham. This is a good one. I got to say, this is actually a good one. I'm like really stumped right now. I'm asking if they are awarded the number 18.
Yeah, I'm a little confused too. Have all of these guys scored the goal of the year?
No, I like that though. That's a good one.
Yeah.
Let's see. I'm like, this is crazy. I don't know what yours is, Pooch. This is actually hard. Give me your left back. I'm just gonna get your full team and then try.
Ben Davies.
Oh, my goat. Are they all 33
Nope.
years old? That's so stupid, Ethan. Why are you doing that?
I will take
Damn
one
it.
of your center backs.
Yeah, Gabriel Heinze, I think that's how you say it. It's like Heinz.
Goat, my goat, my goat. Have they all played for PSG?
No.
I mean,
Alexis
a
Sanchez
lot of
never
them
played for
have, though.
A lot of them have. I think, yeah. I guess, yeah.
Yeah.
But to be fair, these are all like a lot of like big names, and the best team to play for in France
Yeah,
is
yeah,
PSG.
yeah.
I guess Alexis Sanchez didn't. All right, give me your right wing. That's all I have left.
Figo.
Luis Figo. Interesting. So that's like the only one that's like kind of old in this group, right? You're talking about Luis Figo, like
Yep.
the traitor.
Yep. Snake.
Luis Figo, Depay, Sadio Mane. These guys have all played in multiple. Damn. Ooh. Have these guys all captained their nation?
No.
Yeah, I was going to say Mertesacker might not have.
No, I think he did. For like a couple, like,
Oh, so how do you know
would
that?
have.
So it has to do with that.
Has to do with what?
Maybe it does have to do with them capturing their nations. Or maybe their clubs.
I mean, they could have captained their nations. That's not what it is, though.
Interesting. I think it has to do
I
with
mean,
the
I don't
nations.
know. I don't know about Laurent Jans, so.
Okay, fair. I've never heard of this man in my life, so I just assumed he probably captained his nation. You literally threw in your like French lesson.
I know. I know.
Why would you do that?
Didier Deschamps?
Yeah, get out of here. What is
Antoine Griezmann? Okay.
last one's
What's
Raphael
your-
Varane.
Varane. Okay. This makes it a lot easier, actually.
Who does it?
Nope. They all have. They all have scored a goal in the
No.
Champions League semifinal. Okay.
No. Yeah, that's where we're at right now,
Okay.
guys.
Do you want me to reveal what mine was?
Give me one more guess. We each get one more guess.
Okay.
I gotta figure out. All right, Laurent Jans is he's from Luxembourg. Plays right back. This is
Goat
like
right back of Luxembourg.
I'm actually gonna get. Actually, you know what? How about this? Oh, and you get to guess once on each of ours.
Yeah.
How's
Yeah.
that sound?
Terrible. I don't know.
Wait, can I guess? No. Mine was gonna be stupid. You go.
Me?
No. I'm talking to Owen. Pointing at Owen.
I don't even have the list of the teams in front of me. You're doing this on a separate doc, so I just have to. There's no chance I have even anything of worth to say.
All right,
or
let me give
guess
this
right
one
now.
last one. Do these guys all have more than 100 caps for the nation?
Yes.
Is that really it?
Yes. That's
That's
what it
really
was.
it? Are
Yes.
you kidding me?
Yes.
You
I
could
just
pick
threw a
so
couple
many
curve.
players.
That was brutal, man.
I know. I just threw in a couple curveballs like Laurent Jans.
That's crazy. That's actually crazy. You just did that. That was
I
genius, but kind of stupid.
I know. I was like, I was going through it this afternoon, and so my original one, which it's so tough to do because like I got 3 or 4 players in, and then I was like, wait, let me fact check these, and it was so inaccurate. The first one was players to play for one club that never won a trophy, or to
It's
go
kind of
there
hard
to
though.
go, but like to go there maybe so it wasn't one club, it was to go their entire career without winning a club trophy.
Okay,
And
so
so
just
I
doing a
found like
Spurs player.
well, like I found like 3 or 4 just random players, and I
Hmm.
was like, okay, this looks good. Like one of them was Socrates, like the Brazilian player. And
Interesting.
then I got on to Ledley King, and I was like, I always feel like he hasn't won anything. But then when you look, it's like he won like I think 1 or 2 league cups. So I was like,
Yeah,
okay, I
yeah, yeah.
can't do Ledley King. And then I started like looking back, and like Socrates won like the Brazilian league like in like the 60s or 70s, and I was like, okay,
Hmm.
well clearly he's won something like with a
Right.
club. So then I started looking more, and I was like, some of these guys have won trophies with their clubs. So then I was like, you want to what? Let me just go easy. Let me just go international caps over 100. But there are so many guys that did it, and I knew if I threw in like a CR7 or like a Messi, you'd be like, oh, easy. So I started doing like going through players, and then halfway through, when I had like Griezmann, Torre, Depay, I was like, let me just make it internally only
Hmm.
one guy per nation. So
Okay,
then that's when
fair.
I was on right backs, and I was like, well, I can't do Dani Alves because I have Marquinhos. Like
I
I
see what
can't
you're
do some of
saying.
the
Yeah,
bigger
yeah, yeah.
names, and then I came across Laurent Jans from Luxembourg, and I was like, "That's awesome! Like I'm gonna choose him."
He did kind of give it away because at some point, like you said, I just started fixating on him. And like if I
Yeah,
fixated on like the connection between, I don't know, like Griezmann and Sadio Mane, there's probably like 100 others. But then when I just
yeah.
figured on him, all right, fair enough, Pooch.
That's why I told you it was like you're. This is either gonna ruin it, and it
Yeah.
almost did, or you're gonna get it. Like,
All right. You still haven't got mine.
okay, for yours, I'm honestly lost because I feel like I was close with a few, but you said no.
I'll give you a hint. You were
So
close with the French league.
I know I am.
That's kind of where that's where I think a lot of them connect for you.
I don't know. I'm just gonna throw this one out there. They're all connected to Pochettino somehow.
No. You ready? You
Yeah,
sure?
yeah.
They've all played in the Premier League, Liga, Serie A, and La Liga.
Did Hakimi play in the Premier League?
Wait, yeah. If not, I don't know why I have him on that list. Wait, you know what? I got him confused. He's never played in the Premier.
I know. I was gonna say.
You know what's funny? So when I was making this list, I was trying to do players that have played in all 5 of the big leagues.
Yeah,
Unfortunately, there's like 3 of them who've done it. Hakimi was someone I wrote down first because the only league he hasn't played in was the Premier League. So he was someone that's done like Bundesliga, La Liga, Serie A, Liga 1, and I just didn't get rid of him. All right, sorry.
I mean, I'm gonna call VAR on mine. We'll leave that up to the viewers to see if I got robbed on that one or not.
Well, you
But
just make up stats, so
if the viewers sit there and they're like Pooch got robbed, then I'm totally taking that one to the bank. I'm gonna say this is Barca in the 2000s all over
no,
again.
there's no
But if
Barca
the
in the
viewers
2000s.
if the viewers sit there and they're like Pooch stop complaining, then I'm gonna hold my hands up and say I'll hold the L.
I don't know. Maybe we just go to O.
For the sake of this show, I just love to make Pooch just eat this one.
Okay, hey, I'm eating it. Hey, I'm like Jameis with W's and crab legs. I'm eating it.
Pooch a real demon.
No, I'm a fake. I'm a demonologist.
You got some
Okay.
thinking to do there.
All right, do you want to
All
get
right,
on
do
the
we-
bets?
Yeah, you want to move into the midweek. So midweek here, we got a
Yeah.
little UCL. Is that what we're talking about or no? Yeah,
Yeah,
right.
yeah. Let's talk UCL.
Or do we want to do Chelsea segment before or after?
Let's do that real quick. Let's talk
Uh,
Atalanta Chelsea, and we'll do the Chelsea segment there. Is that
wait.
fair?
Or do you want to do the bets real quick and then we can finish up with
Hold
Chelsea
on.
segment?
I actually have an ad real quick. If you want me to do that.
Okay, do the ad, yeah, and then
beforehand.
we'll get into the bets, and we'll push Chelsea down the road.
Okay. This episode is brought to you by FIFA. FIFA, football unites the world. For the game for the world. FIFA is coming to the US in 2026, along with Mexico and Canada. Get ready to YMCA your way to Boston, Miami, Albuquerque,
Really?
Levi Stadium, Mexico City, and Toronto.
Not a city, just said a stadium. What city is Levi Stadium in?
We are 2026.
He did answer the question.
Yeah, vamos 2030. Wait, no. Football unites the world. FIFA. Use code classes permanent to get 20% off all tickets on SeatGeek.
SeatGeek, all right.
Football unites the world. FIFA.
Football unites. He's going to say it again. Football unites the world. That was awesome. Let's jump into midweek preview then. I'm just going to rip it down, right? We got Bayern versus Sporting. Let's go quick. We'll jump into games. Let's go quick.
Yeah.
What are you taking here, Pooch? Money line, Bayern money line, draw, Sporting money line, over-unders at 3.5.
Bayern.
Okay. Barca versus Frankfurt. Barca's minus 650. I would not touch that line. That just feels like a trap. Over under 3.5. I kind of like, actually. Barca's defense is... Yeah, I'm taking the over. Inter versus Liverpool. Inter's favored plus 110. Draws 270. Liverpool's plus 230. Over under 2.5. Salah's obviously not playing. And I think Chiesa and Gakpo are all out.
I think draw. If I'm being honest. This feels...
Yeah, I was writing. What game are we talking about?
Go on, Pooch. It's okay. When you go back to writing.
No.
Are you talking about Liverpool or Barca?
Liverpool versus Inter.
That's Inter.
Ooh. That means, Ethan, you got to take Liverpool.
I'm here for the Liverpool just tumbling down. It's just fun to watch. And I think we're going to get Mo Salah in the therapy chair soon.
Ooh.
It'll just be good to see.
Can't wait for a Piers Morgan uncensored interview with Mo Salah.
Yeah, I don't know. I honestly, I probably would have just taken Inter in this game, but it does feel like a cheeky Liverpool game. If Liverpool wins this game, like you said, though, I honestly think it does more damage to their team than...
Yeah.
Because if they win this game, then Slot has all the power. He has all the leverage to be like, well, I'm right. Salah looks bad. Salah goes to Saudi, or he goes to AFCON, and then maybe to Saudi. Pooch, what were you saying before Owen started writing?
No, I was going to say that it feels like a draw. Like, it feels like a game that Inter should win, and Liverpool, I think, will have the lead for most of the game, and then late on give up like a set-piece goal to tie it. So it will feel like a Liverpool loss because they were leading the game for most of it, but I think it's going to end in a draw.
Atalanta versus Chelsea.
Can we put that towards the end?
Yeah, let's get back to that one because I have to see if Cole out or not. PSV versus Atletico.
Atletico.
Yeah,
I like PSV, but I don't think they're going to be at Atletico.
Yeah, I think so. And the over-under on that game is 3.5. I'd probably take the under.
Yeah,
I don't know.
That feels like way too many.
Yeah, who do I know, though? Spurs versus Slavia Prague. Spurs minus 230. Over-under's at 2.5. Again, I don't know. Maybe I'm just, traumatized. Part of me wants to be like, yeah, you just smash Spurs there and you call it a day. I don't know. Prague,
is that a home game for Spurs?
It is a home game from Spurs.
I think Spurs, then. If it was away, then I could see them having issues. But I know it's your team, so you are, kind of more because I do the same thing with Arsenal where I get nervous to smash that, bet them. But I do think, as an outsider looking in, I think they'll win that.
I agree. Over 2.5, or the line is, I guess, 2.5. I don't know. I feel like I can see us just winning 2-0 again, honestly. It doesn't feel like we're going to score 5. Or I don't know if we have that in our bag right now, just to put up, we might have a ton of chances. I just don't know if we have more than 2 or 3 goals in it. So I would avoid the over-under there. And whatever. I would take Spurs, though, probably money line. Bilbao versus PSG. Bilbao are fake demons. Now, I guess no one's ever called them a demon. You're the demonologist. I would take PSG minus 175 here, not even think about it. And this is going to be the game that Bilbao and Nico Williams probably makes me eat my words. Over under 2.5 here, I'm taking the over. I think, I don't know, I could see this game being 3-1, 4-1, maybe 4-0. I just see PSG kind of running riot, but you never know. It's Champions League. That's why we watch the games. Leverkusen versus Newcastle. This was interesting to me. This is a line that I'm going to probably talk about later, too. Leverkusen's at home, they're plus 190. Newcastle's plus 135. Over under's 2.5 there. And I guess as a preview to some of our bets, I'm taking Newcastle money line here. Leverkusen, I think a couple of weeks ago, we were like, oh, they're decent. I think Newcastle takes care of business here, calls it a day.
Yeah.
Pooch.
So all Leverkusen fans out there, I am sincerely sorry to them and Frankfurt because I've been hype on both of them for a
Yep.
few weeks now, and they just have dropped the ball since I've been hype on them. So I'm gonna try and get back in their good graces and say
Okay.
Newcastle here, just to hopefully turn the
Hmm.
tides on
Okay.
both of them.
Arsenal, Club Bruges. I was in Bruges. Maybe I wasn't in Bruges. I'm sorry. No, I was. I was in Bruges. I don't know why I looked at Owen like he knows where I was this summer. Me and Owen met a couple weeks ago. Arsenal's minus 285 here. Over-unders at 2.5. Talk me through this, Pooch.
Yeah, so I actually think this is an over for 2.5,
Ooh.
and that's at minus 180.
Okay.
So Bruges' two home games in the Champions League this year have produced 11 goals combined in two games. So that's averaging 5.5 a game.
Good
And
man.
then on top of that, they just fired their head coach or their manager. So
Okay.
it feels to me kind of like a team that doesn't have a good home form in Champions League. Plus, they're kind of a ship without a rudder with losing their manager. They may get that manager bounce, but I think against a team like Arsenal coming off a loss where they want to get a win and kind of reestablish themselves, I see this over 2.5 kind of being an easy hit.
Fair enough. I see it. I don't do the analytics. I just simply read odds and vibes. This is probably the game of the tournament here, or excuse me, the game of this round. Real Madrid versus Manchester City. It's as even as you could get. Real Madrid plus 150, City is plus 155. A draw is plus 290, and I agree. I don't feel like you get a draw in this game. I feel like you're getting a winner. Over-unders at 3.5. Militao is out for Real Madrid. It looks like he's going to be out a couple of months, and that defense is struggling. They were happy to get Militao back. Dean Huijsen's been okay, but like their center back options have been very difficult. Raul Asensio, who they all were saying was better than Pau Kubarsi, maybe just better at doing illegal things. Does
We're
not
gonna
look
have to
good.
cut that. We're gonna have to cut
Why?
that.
Why? He did. He's a bad
We're
person.
good. Oh, and we're gonna have to cut that one.
He's a bad person. Anyway, I don't know. I don't think it's fair for me to talk on this. I'm just going to
Okay.
take Manchester City.
Yeah,
And I'm also
so
gonna
I
take the over.
actually, yeah, I took Real Madrid plus 150, and my reasoning was City's conceded 8 goals in their last 4 games in all competitions. Then Madrid, now granted, this was the game against Celta Vigo, but that's their only loss at home in all competitions this season. So as that little nerdy kid that like talked a lot of shit last year likes to say, it's a long night in the Bernabeu. Um,
God, no.
it's
Cut
cringe. It's so cringe, but I do think Madrid get this done. Like I just think that their
Okay.
attack is better than City's defense.
All right. Ironically, I'm actually going to take it for the. I am doing the opposite.
Yeah.
There. I think that
I do think if you want to take the over in this game, it's probably a good game to do it in.
I'm taking the over. I think it's going to be like a 3-2. I mean, we could go
Yeah.
through their historic matchups, but it always feels like there's just goals, right?
Yeah.
These aren't 1-0 games. These are like late winners, high scoring games, 5-4. To be fair, there's usually over 2 legs too. I think that, although I agree with you, that maybe if, again, it feels like Madrid on a Champions League night, a big game at home, like we've talked about in the past, like they're just going to go out and get the job done. I'm taking City here. I think Erling Haaland is just in a world of his own this year. He's just been ridiculous. I think right now Pep is going to kind of strike on. It feels like he sees an opportunity to strike on a weakened
Yeah.
opponent, and I think they're just going to put a ton of pressure on Madrid. Who knows? Madrid could counterattack. That's something I'd say that they'd probably do incredibly well, right, with Mbappe and Vinicius up top. They've been playing kind of like a weird 4-4-2. Maybe it's like a 4-2-2-2, if that makes sense, like almost 2 cams and then Vinicius and Mbappe up top, or at least they did this past weekend. I just think that Man City at this point, they just got a big win, a 3-0 win over Sunderland, which Sunderland aren't great, but whatever. I'm going to take that over 3.5. I'd probably take City money line. I'm also a hater, so I was going to probably take that no matter what happened, but Eder Militao being out hurts them. So I guess we'll say that's probably the game of this round. Maybe I
Yeah.
guess Inter Liverpool maybe would have been if you had like Mo Salah playing, maybe Gakpo playing, but they seem a little bit like a wounded animal. Let's get into a little cheeky UCL tenor we got here for you guys. I think we spoke about pre-episode. So we're going to save kind of like our little bets competition for the weekend. It's just a little bit easier and it's not as like convoluted when we're talking about like 7 different things. But because we have a nice UCL week, we are going to put a tenner together. Owen's done the math, some really complicated math. We're down $30. We still haven't hit. Pooch, you want to jump in?
Yeah, I mean, real quick, I do feel like every week we're like just one leg off. Like we hit 3 out of the 4 legs, I think, the last 2 times. And I feel some type of way about this week's.
Okay.
So my 2 legs are, the first one is Ajax versus Carbag, I guess they're called.
Say
I
it
don't
again.
know. Carbag?
Bag.
Yeah. So I have tie no bet plus 170. So
That's an awesome bet, Pooch. I feel like
basically,
you put that in a
we hold
parlay.
so we hold ourselves accountable if there is a tie. But I have Ajax tie no bet. So it's plus 170. Ajax are the worst team in Champions League in the league phase right now. I think they can't be that bad to lose to this team. It's literally no analytics. I know I normally do analytics.
Yeah.
No, this is Ethan vibes pick.
Yeah, it's gotta
right
be
here.
vibes.
This is a pooch parentheses Ethan vibes end parentheses pick.
Did you get that down? It's a pooch
Parentheses.
parentheses vibes.
That's a PPPV.
Hey, yo. Yep.
And then
that's a crazy pick.
Yeah, and then my second leg is Scotty McTominay, 1+ shot on target at minus 155. So McTominay this season is averaging 1.8 shots on target a game.
Nice.
So it's a nice, easy one. He's going to put one on frame. Don't know if it's going to go in or not. Knowing him, it probably will. It's what the beautiful Italian weather and beautiful Italian women does to you.
Wow.
You just put a shot on target a game on average. So yeah, that's my second leg there.
That's awesome. Okay. I mean, I guess that's where the parlay goes to die. I'm going to take Madrid versus City over 3.5. And then I'm going to take Newcastle money line. I'm just kidding, Pooch. Actually, I do like the Scott McTominay 1+ shot on goal. Ajax tie no bet versus Quarabag. It's all right.
It's
a valid bet that you could put in.
It's mainly because I don't trust them to win.
Okay.
So if they do tie, we just stalemate it. And if the other 3 legs hit, we're sitting there and we're like, "Hey Owen, we won money." Like,
hey, that's true.
the pot's not going down now. Like, we're winning money now.
Wait, Pooch, I'm confused here. So I'm trying to put this bet in. It says tie no bet, and then it says for Quarabag minus 215 for 170.
Yeah.
Does that make
that's
sense?
That's what I had.
You're taking Ajax to win.
Yeah.
And if it's a tie, there's no bet. I apologize.
Yeah.
I thought you were betting a draw. I think you were betting a draw, and if it's not a draw, no bet. And I was like, dude, that's like the worst bet ever. Pick a winner, man.
Who bets a draw? Who bets a draw?
Well, that's why I've been like giving you shit for that pick.
No. I'm picking Ajax to win, but if it's a draw, there's no bet. The bet cancels. That leg cancels. So we don't lose the bet, but like the leg just cancels and the number, like the line changes for the
I'm very good with that. No problem. I'm good with that. I'm putting together the legs right now just so everyone can know what that total is. So that way if you do bet it, at least if you bet it right now, what you get. Ooh, you know what's cheeky about that? Madrid, Man City over 3.5. It's actually a plus 120. Ooh. So I think that's actually a value pick now. I'm actually moving that from just a good pick to a value pick. And then let's see.
Ethan's value pick of the week.
That's my value pick of the week right now. Player shots, Scotty McTominay just 1+. All right, cool. You throw $10 down on this bad boy. Let me make sure I got all 4 legs in here. Yeah, you throw a cheeky tenner down. You're leaving here with $219.60. Not too bad, huh, Pooch?
Nope. That's a nice dinner in the city.
Yes, sir. Not even maybe. Nowadays, it might be just out here in rural New Jersey, the suburbs. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And give me a couple of restaurants you like around here.
Oh, gosh. I'm a big fan of Sushi and Asian Kitchen.
Yeah, familiar.
Yeah, I love the name of that place, too. It just really straight to the point.
I like straight to the point places, yep. I like when a pizzeria just says pizza. There's no name, it's just pizza.
Yeah, it's like I know what I'm getting.
Okay, cool.
Yeah, I guess that's my rec for the week.
All right, cool. We'll do a rec for the week. We won't do a top 10. Or, excuse me, a top 3. Fair enough. All right, let's move in. We forgot to do the Chelsea segment. We still have our World Cup draw that we just wanted to touch on, and we were trying to keep this under an and a half.
Touch on that.
Let's get on that, and then we can always push Chelsea to the next episode anyway.
Yeah.
Before we get into any groups, I think we first need to just jump in to, I guess you'd call it, a show, the spectacle that was the FIFA World Cup draw. I think.
Yeah, so I have a few issues.
Okay, jump in, young man.
My first issue is Kevin Hart and Heidi Klum. Well,
Mm,
they were okay. They were okay.
okay.
I wish there was maybe a bit more when people are speaking, like, I don't know, Portuguese, Greek, Spanish.
Dude
Like,
hates
we
the
have
UN.
some subtitles going on. I would like to know what the jokes are that Roberto Carlos and everyone else are making. Like, they seem to be having a good time, but I would like to know. I
Yeah.
kind of want to be in on the joke. My second qualm was now I like the idea that they're trying to get every sport in North America involved. So you have Tom Brady for football, you have Shaq for basketball,
Aaron
Judge for baseball, and then Gretzky for hockey. One, just do like actual soccer players. Like I'd much rather sit there and watch R9 pick the balls or whatever.
Or why didn't you just
And
do
then
like an American, a Mexican, and a Canadian like legend?
that's
You know what I mean?
that's
Like,
that's the other thing. It was very America centric.
yeah.
Um,
Can
and
you
then
name
the
a Canadian soccer legend for me?
I'm actually gonna probably go female.
yeah,
No, I don't have one.
do it.
Yeah, that's what I thought.
I don't have
St.
one.
Clair,
Carry
St.
on,
Clair,
coach.
St. Clair,
St. Clair. St. Clair.
Guess. Yeah,
St. Clair.
barely counts.
I'm start calling you Ozo because you're a bozo.
Okay, I appreciate that. Sorry, you just said Canadian soccer legend.
No,
I was
no.
curious
No,
as
that
to what you had in mind.
Let me look up. Let's look up. It's all relevant. It's like Alfonso
I think
Davies.
Yeah.
I think Christy St. Clair is a famous Canadian soccer player.
All right, I thought there was one.
Women's.
Yeah. Yes, it is.
Yeah,
Percent. Kristen Sinclair. Yeah. Okay. Yes. Thank you, Pooch.
All right, he's got it.
no
Anyway.
ball. And then my third thing about the draw was like the ball segment where they're actually picking the team names. Do we really got to put like a 65-year-old Wayne Gretzky with the most country names? I mean, he called it North Macedonia. And like that's not his fault. Like that is not his fault. Like legitimately put like Brady on that part. Like
Yeah.
or put Judge there. Like let Gretzky do like the United States of America or Brazil. Like don't have him be calling out like all these like I thought he was going to butcher Haiti for a second. I don't even let's be honest. He couldn't point Haiti out on a map if he wanted to.
I wish they'd let
Like-
Shaq do it. That would have been funny. Sure, Shaq.
Yeah.
What is it? North Macedonia.
Yeah, yeah.
You know what I mean? Like Gretzky saying it was just kind of like almost disrespectful. Shaq would have made it funny.
The Kwajin Tigers. No Shaq. That's South Korea.
What did Shaq say? He's like, here they call me. What did they say? Did he say like? I might have to cut this. Did
David
Blackham?
Blackham.
He said
Yeah.
David Blackham, right? All right, that's not me saying that. Okay, I didn't know if I just made that up.
And then the last thing that I had on the draw itself, the spectacle, was it's going to be a great summer of watching. It's going to be like when you have that friend who you know is like really knowledgeable in a subject, right?
Okay.
And then you have another friend in that group who literally knows nothing but acts like he knows everything. That's going to be the broadcast with Thierry Henry and Alexis Lawless. Like, there was at one point where Lawless was like, England's going to try and win this to get back at us for 1776. And
Yeah.
Henry's like, I don't think they think about that. And it's just like, it's honestly going to be like good television, but like idiotic, like actual analysis of games because you're going to have Henry sitting there actually giving good analysis
Right.
and asking good questions. Like they were interviewing Poch after the draw and Henry is like, how do you get the guys ready in terms of this, and that? And then Poch gives a really good answer, good question and answer, like really knowledgeable. And then Lawless sits there and he goes, now, if you don't make it out of the group stage, or at least if you don't win every single game in the group, it's got to be a disappointment, right? And Poch is like,
Oh my God.
not really. As long as we play well in the 3 games and get through, that's what matters. And get like the fans hyped that the U.S. is through. That's
Yeah.
the real like goal. And he's like, but it's a disappointment if we don't win all 3, right? And I was like, dude, these are the worst questions ever.
Yeah, I mean, Alexi Lawless is Alexi Lawless. He's been doing. He's literally the Stephen A. Smith of soccer. We can
But
only
a
like.
bad version of it.
Is there a good version of Stephen A. Smith?
Yeah, Skip Bayless.
Okay, fair. Hey, I'll give you that. Yeah, the show was just ridiculous. I tuned in. I was like, all right, cool. Let's see where like Spain and the U.S. what groups to get put into. And once I turned it on and saw what was going on, I just realized very quickly we're gonna have 45 minutes here until drawing happens. So I luckily turned it off. I think who performed? Lauren Hill performed. Someone else performed.
The Village People.
Yeah, that was crazy. I mean, this was all just very obviously tailored to a certain somebody. The Peace Prize was wild, to say the least.
My goat Gianni Infantino helping bridge peace together throughout the world through soccer.
True. So, you know what? You're right, Pooch. We should all just aspire for more peace. There's been a lot of peace in the world.
Now, do you think this is going to be like when they give Lewandowski the goal scoring award so Messi could get the Ballon d'Or and then just never gave it out again? Do you think that's going to be the FIFA Peace Prize?
That's essentially exactly what this FIFA Peace Prize is. It's just the whole thing was wild. I mean, them playing the YMCA when he just was like, "All right, USA chant USA," and then he was like, "Canada chant Canada," Mexico chant Mexico. I was just like, "What am I doing here, man? Just pick the freaking balls out of the bowl or whatever." The whole thing was a joke. I mean, it's just whatever. I'm not going to get into it in case we have people of different viewpoints. Yeah, Wayne Gretzky was hilarious. He pronounced Curacao. Yeah, I mean, do we want to get into the groups? Was there any?
Yeah.
Do you have any thoughts?
I mean, I can't imagine a better draw from a United States perspective.
Yes, very true.
Oh my God.
Very true.
Yeah, it's got to be crazy. Like if you're the president of Mexico or the president of Canada, you're just sitting there watching them go through rehearsal, and they're just glazing the U.S. the entire time. You probably knew it was coming, but I mean, yeah, that was crazy. Let's get into the draw. Pooch, you were very eager to jump on that. Let's hear it.
No, I was gonna agree with Owen there that I do think the draw itself for the U.S. is like nuts. Like they have a great group. Like,
I wonder why.
And like we were making fun of Lawless. Like I was making fun of Lawless for like, oh, if you don't get 3 points, like, but realistically, like we should be at least not losing a game in this group.
Mm-hmm.
I think we have the team to do that. In terms of the field in general in the groups, I think, and I want to say Stu Holden on the broadcast said it, but with the expanded kind of tournament itself, it doesn't lend itself to a quote-unquote group of death like we've had in the past.
Right, not the same
but
way.
But I think there are two groups where I sit there and I'm like, one of these teams is going to get screwed over.
Okay.
Because there are multiple good teams in that. One is Group I, which includes France, Senegal, the playoff tournament team, and then Norway. So I think one of those countries will get, because now you're including like whoever comes in third place, like the best 8 or whatever third place teams can also go through to the round of 32. So I do think 3 teams will make it out of there, but I think it'll be a bloodbath in that group.
That's probably your group of death as of this point, correct?
Yeah. And then I think also Group L. Now, it might not be for the reasons, because it's England, Croatia, Ghana, and Panama. It might not be like a group of death in the sense that Group I was, where you're like, there are 3 teams that could come, like you could see any one of them just kind of lighting it up. They're all beating up on each other. Mm-hmm. This one I mainly see is like, and it might be kind of an indication of what we may get into in a bit, but I don't see Croatia getting out like into the round of 32 out of this group, if I'm being honest.
Wow.
That's a take. It's not necessarily that I think they're going to be the bottom of the group, mm-hmm. but I think that they aren't going to accumulate enough points against an England and a Ghana to push them over. And even a Panama, I could see them drawing a Panamanian team.
Yeah.
But those would be the 2 groups I'm looking at in terms of those look hard to get out of.
Yeah, I would say as of right now, I agree with you. I mean, Group I think, is just the front runner for like group of death. Mm-hmm. I'm looking here. The playoff of winner of playoff 2, which is Group I. Who would that be? That's what I'm curious to see. That's what I probably should have prepped.
It's the FIFA playoffs. The teams are not great. I think it may be Jamaica if I'm not mistaken. I
Okay.
can look really quick because I did do it way too early.
Mock.
Yeah,
I
but
was
oh
gonna say
no, I had Iraq.
okay. That's you
Yeah,
at the end there. So is that
yeah,
who? Wait, isn't our? Oh no, Iran has already
yeah.
qualified Iraq
Iran's
out.
already in, but I think Iraq. I think they're playing like
Okay.
UAE and somebody else.
Okay. Fair enough. I
But
mean, yeah.
they, me, were the better out of the three.
All right. So I mean, they're not getting the hardest. I was trying to figure out where Italy might qualify for here.
Italy is if they make it. I mean, we don't know,
Yeah, that's what I'm trying to
but they
figure out.
wouldn't. They would be in Group B with Canada,
Okay.
Switzerland, and Qatar.
They arguably go in as the best team in that group, which is kind of crazy. I know like if you're in the qualifier or not, but if you're going man for man on paper, they're probably the best team in that group.
On paper, yes, but Switzerland, I feel like always shows up at these tournaments because
I
they
agree.
have good team cohesion.
Yeah.
I mean, you think about the last Euros, they barely lost to an England team in the quarterfinals on PKs.
Yeah.
Like, and PKs are like a toss of the hat. Like, you don't know which way it goes. Canada, you're right, they're better than Canada and Qatar, but I don't know if they're the way Italy is right now. I don't know if they're odds-on favorites. On paper, I would agree. Like, if you're just doing strictly man-to-man best of 11s, like they would beat everyone. In
Fair
that.
enough. Here's my hot take. So I mean, I agree. Group I is
Yeah.
definitely the group of death. What'd you say was your other one? You said Group L. I think that'll be a
Yeah.
tough group, like you said, traditionally. It's for the same reason you just said Switzerland. I think Croatia does make it out of that group. We'll have to see who's playing where and who's on that Ghana team and whatever. Because Ghana right now is in an AFCON. Ghana
No,
has
they're not.
so that I mean says something to me too about Ghana, but that may also mean that they come back for this World Cup hungry and ready. Some of my dark horse groups here, and some I guess more so teams. I could see Group C being a really tough group. Brazil, Morocco, and Scotland. You may go, oh, why Scotland? Well, I mean, you have guys like McTominay. I don't know any other players in Scotland. Long story
Billy
short,
Gilmore,
good call.
Andy Robertson, Tierney, Landon
Look at
Dykes.
me. I know ball. They have a bunch of fullbacks.
No, they
No.
do. They're so fullback heavy.
No, but you're right. But that's what I'm saying is like they got names there. I mean, Haiti's just maybe Haiti's good. I don't know. Just with everything going on politically.
Haiti's just happy to be there.
I was just about to say
They're
gonna have
the
a lot of
guy.
fans.
They're the guy that just gets the invite to the bar, and they're like, "Holy shit! I can't believe they invited me."
Yeah.
And they're just gonna have a great time.
Yeah, they might have like a really funny moment. That everyone's like, "Hey, we should invite him more often," but not enough that you're going to go and like throw him in the group chat. It wasn't
No,
that great of
yeah.
a weekend. Yeah, I mean Brazil, Morocco, and Scotland. I think that I could see Scotland like, and maybe this is a little bit of a bias towards like a negative bias towards Brazil. If Brazil's tournament like they don't click because we've seen some of these issues before with them, I could see a team like Scotland getting really chippy and being like, we haven't been to the World Cup in how many years? We put on a fight, Brazil gets dropped out, and then maybe Morocco wins that group. I think they're obviously extremely a tough out. Scotland comes second. I agree with you. The USA got a great group. I'm really excited to see. Yeah, go.
No, I was just gonna say with that Brazilian group, that's also the best fan group of the tournament.
I'd agree. So yeah. There's
Like
gonna
the
be a ton of
Brazilians,
Haitians.
the
Yeah.
Moroccans, the
Yeah,
Haitians.
you have a
the
lot of
Scottish.
diversity in that group too. You got like that South American, you got a little bit of Caribbean, you got some African, and you got like some like just pure like Northern European. I guess Northern, right? Is that what you?
Yeah.
North Europe. I usually think like Sweden.
Yeah,
but
yeah.
fair enough. You got like just like proper shithouse Europeans.
Mm-hmm.
Group E is going to be a little bit tricky for Germany. I don't think it's a group they'll sleep
Yes.
on. Ecuador is going to be very good. Ivory Coast is just always good. Curacao cheeky, and here's why I say Curaçao's cheeky. Oh, if I'm not mistaken, they only have one player on their team that was actually born in the continent. Most of them are from the Netherlands, and they have like I guess pseudo citizenship. So I believe the only player that was actually born in Curacao was Tahith Chong. If you guys remember him, I think was he United?
Yeah.
I believe he was
plays
United. He plays, I think, in the
He-
second division
he was playing for
for Luton.
Luton for a bit. Yeah.
Yeah, and he started
But
down
I-
at United, and now he's at
He's
Sheffield.
a good. Yeah. He's a good lad.
So I think that'll be a cheeky one. Group F is Netherlands, Japan. I don't know anything about Tunisia, honestly. Netherlands and Japan will be fun. I think Netherlands maybe has a shout for one of the best midfields in this tournament coming into it. Right now you have Frankie de Jong, you have Reinders, if that's how you say it, from Manchester City. And then someone is slipping my mind. I think it's almost like the most obvious one of the three. Another Dutch center mid. I'm going to have to cut this so people don't think I'm an idiot.
I mean, they have a couple of decent Martin De Vroon. They have the guy for
Oh,
Juventus,
Gravenberch.
Myers.
I was saying Gravenberch.
Gravenberch.
Yeah,
Okay.
he's been very good. I mean, you also have Xavi Simons who can play in the midfield, can play
Yeah.
out wide. I think they're going to have a really good squad this World Cup. Japan is just always a feisty team, and they're going to be, I feel like when you play a Japanese team, they're tough because they're just very disciplined, and they also are just, they're better than you think.
Hmm.
Like I feel like people still don't like, I'm not going to do the whole they're underrated. I think you rate them correctly, but they're still better than you think.
Yeah.
Belgium, Egypt, Iran, New Zealand, just a wild group. I'm not going to go through every group here. I was just trying to find some of the ones I liked. And then, yeah, like you said, that England group will be another one where you're right. I could see Croatia getting knocked out of it. I also just feel like, similar to what you said with Switzerland, I could totally see Croatia like topping that group. England dropping
Yeah.
points to Croatia, Croatia winning their games against Ghana and Panama, England beating those games, and those two just going through. But I could also see Croatia just being a little too old and falling out against like a more athletic Ghana.
Yeah, my only negative on Croatia is I think people still think of them as like that 2010s Croatia team where they're going to like semifinals and finals of major tournaments.
Okay.
People are quick to forget that in Euro 24, they got grouped. Like they
Yeah,
did not make it out of their group.
that's
And
fair.
that's the most recent kind of indication we have. Now, like you said, Ghana didn't make AFCON, but I also think that does make them hungrier in terms of trying to get out of this group. And I think that they look at it and they sit there and they're saying, well, we feel like we could beat Panama. We feel like we could at least put up a fight against England. And then Croatia just got grouped. Like we could, like the Croatia game, if we're being honest, Ghana and Croatia will determine who's sitting there in second and who's sitting there in third going, man, we really need to win this Panama game.
Yeah, I'm with you. That makes
That's
sense.
yeah. But the big I had a few big winners
Okay.
besides the US in these. My first one was Belgium.
Okay.
Talk about a team. I mean, everybody kind of talks about it, how their golden age is kind of done. They have a lot of older players. Their younger players maybe aren't as good as the older guys were at their prime. And then they get put in a group with Iran, Egypt, and New Zealand. Nothing against Iran and Egypt at all. I just think the Belgian team is better than all three of these teams. Like you could make a superstar team of those three teams together, and
Yep.
Belgium beats them.
Yep.
So I think they definitely lucked out. I also think Argentina lucked out. I think Portugal lucked out. Those would kind of be the three teams that I sit there and I'm like, all right, these teams already are trying to figure out where they're going for the round of 32. Like they
hmm
know like, okay, we're solid here.
I hear you. That's fair, and I agree with you. I think, like you said, I think the U.S. lucked out as well. Just a very easy group, and like you said, some of these bigger.
Hmm.
I mean, even Spain lucked out a little bit. Yeah, we have Uruguay, but like then we have what, Cabo Verde, and then Saudi Arabia.
Yeah.
I think it goes with that expanded tournament, like you said,
Hmm.
at the very start. Like, it's hard in the past World Cup. You have a couple of these groups being cut down. You don't get your Cabo Verdes, you don't get your Curaçaos, and now you have a group where Spain has Spain, Uruguay, and maybe Japan in it, like we saw at
Yeah.
the last World Cup. And now you're like, shit. You have we'll say. I think the first rounds in some of these group stage games, some of them might be tough, but I also like will be tough to watch, is what I'm trying to say. And then I
Yeah.
think you're also going to get some awesome, awesome matchups. And I think we're going to maybe, it's always fun when you get an underdog. It makes it exciting when you're seeing Curacao go against Brazil or something. And, they're tied at halftime. Even if they end up losing the game 3-0. We saw, everyone loved Ecuador versus Qatar at the last World Cup
Hmm.
to start, and no one
Yeah.
even cared about the team. So we'll see. I want to talk about the pathways here real quick. So, Path A, you have Italy versus Northern Ireland, Wales versus Bosnia, and Herzegovina, Bosnia and each. The final here will be the winner of obviously both these matchups. I mean, I'm probably just taking Italy versus Wales. Are we on the same page there? Who's just
Definitely
thinking we
Italy.
got a take coming?
Um, I think Wales and Bosnia might be a bit closer.
Yeah,
The only
fairs.
reason I would agree with you that Wales will probably make it is because I think that they have a better overall team. I think Bosnia
hmm
relies too much on Pjanic still. And who's that striker? I always butcher his name. Desco?
Dzeko.
Dzeko, yeah. Those guys still play for the national team, and I
Yeah.
think that they rely still too much on those two. So I do think Wales would go through, and then I think, if I'm being totally honest, even as an
Uh-uh.
Italian American,
Uh-uh.
um,
Cut his audio.
I
Cut his audio.
think
Protect him.
that Wales game is a crapshoot with Italy. I could see Wales winning like 2-0. Like you have to, as an Italian, you have to pray Gattuso gets the boys up and going.
I'm gonna. It's crazy. It's crazy what's going on with Italy right now. And I mean, on paper, they're probably a top 5, top 10 team in the world. I mean, easily top 10 in the world. It's just, this is one of those conversations where it's like, if you don't perform, you don't perform. And it reminds me a little bit. Spain wasn't at this level, but like 2018 Spain, after getting grouped in 2014, you had names, but you didn't really have a team. And then like 2020 Euros that ended up getting pushed like that the next summer, if I'm not mistaken. Yeah, they got pushed 2021. You saw like some of the younger players kind of stepping in and a lot of the older players stepping out. Italy should be the team right now where they don't really have the older players. Who are the older players right now in this team? You know, and they've already won a Euro back in, they won the 2021 Euro. I don't know. It's a weird situation.
The thing with Italy is their defenders, for the most part, their midfield, for the most part, is kind of on that Spanish level of a lot of the younger guys have now stepped in and they've been at that like level for a few years now. The issue is the attackers. They have zero attackers. Like they're trying to plug and play different strikers every single game. You're putting Scamacca in there, he's not working. You're putting Retegui in there, he's not working. You're putting what's his name, Raspori in there, he's not
Yeah.
working. So it's like it's just one of those things where they don't have that young like Yamal or Nico Williams. Like if they just had even one of those guys, for example, they would already qualified. Like they'd
Well, that's
be
what I
good.
thought
They'd be
Chiesa
in.
would be. I was hoping Chiesa, and I know he's obviously a little bit older than these guys, but like I think all of us, I shouldn't say hoping, I didn't really care, but watching him play, I was like, all right, they kind of got their guy.
Yeah.
Maybe he's not on the same level as like a Lamine Yamal or some of these other names we're saying, but like he's like that little step below where at a national, he feels like the best player on like a Dutch or like a Belgian team, at least when he's coming up, where it's like maybe he's not the best player in the world, but he's a very, very, like he's the best player of a nation that's a solid nation, right?
Yeah.
And it's kind of weird. I mean, I know what you're saying, like Italy going through versus Northern Ireland. The way vibes are going and all the pressures on Italy, I could see Northern Ireland beating them. And I only, I don't know.
Yeah, no. And I think for Italy, it'll be very important that I think if they get through, like you said, all the pressures on them.
Yeah.
The last time they were in the Euros and they didn't make it through. No, the World Cup, sorry, didn't make it through qualifying the same exact way, the pathway. They didn't do it. Once again, all the pressure on them against North Macedonia. And I think it will show something, at least to the players. They'll sit there and they'll be like, we can do, like, this is a new age of Italian soccer. And you're right, it's just Northern Ireland and Wales. But for them, you have to think of it as it's not just Northern Ireland. Like, that has to be the change in mindset because you're not at the level of an England or Germany right now or a Spain. You have to think of it as like, we're not at that level, so we need to do this to kind of regain. But yeah.
Yeah, I don't know. We'll have to see what happens. Those games are all the way in March, so like plenty of time for stuff to change before then. And I don't even think there's an international break until then. Maybe I'm wrong. Am I wrong about that?
No, I think you're right. I think it's club up until that level.
And then the other pathway here, we got Ukraine versus Sweden, and then Poland versus Albania. What do we? I'm thinking Sweden over Ukraine. That's a tough one. Poland over. I'm taking Poland over Albania. Lewandowski's last World Cup. I think they'll fight for him.
I would agree with that one. The Sweden-Ukraine one, once again, I think is a toss-up. Because on one hand, I think Ukraine have a better team. And then Sweden has a better attack. Like Gyökeres and Isak, I think, are two of the better strikers in Europe currently.
That's just a crazy strike pair in general.
Yeah, but then on the flip side, you look and they right now have Graham Potter as their manager. So
I did not know that. That's actually I had no idea. That's hilarious.
Because like they finished bottom of their qualifying group, but they got in through Nations League. qualifying, and the minute that they were mathematically out of the qualifying group stage, they fired the head coach, and Graham Potter was on the market. He's coached in Sweden before, so they were like,
I did not know that.
Screw it, let's get Graham in here. So if you're looking for more Graham Potter edits, they will be coming in March.
There you go. All right, so is your prediction Ukraine?
I think
we have so much time until then. We shouldn't even make
I
predictions.
know,
But
yeah,
if you had to pick right
yeah.
now, because we're
if I had to pick right now, I do think I could see Sweden advancing through that one.
Fair enough.
Yeah.
And then Poland versus Albania, we kind of said Poland. Turkey versus Romania, Slovakia versus Kosovo. I'm taking Turkey all the way through that.
Yeah, Turkey all the way through.
I think Slovakia beats Kosovo, but
Yeah.
I think Turkey, the dark horse from last World Cup that got grouped, for those that forget.
Yeah.
And then the final pathway here is Denmark versus North Macedonia, Czechia versus, which is Czech Republic versus Republic of Ireland. Give me Denmark over North Macedonia. No?
Real Ireland.
Ooh.
Yes, Owen.
There you go. We got some IRA boys.
Up the rah.
There you go. Owen, are you Irish? Is that your nationality?
Oh, yeah.
There, Donna.
Yes, Owen. Yes.
There you go. We're gonna have a special.
Owen, 3 words to describe Troy Parrott's final goal, his goal in the 95th minute. A former Spurs boy.
Yeah, I'm abandoning the SSP format here because
that's crazy.
That was borderline life-changing because I don't know if you guys remember, but going into that game, Ireland needed a miracle in and of itself to qualify for this playoff.
Yep.
And that miracle had to be a victory, like a victory and a certain amount of goals against Hungary. And we go down, throughout most of that game, and it's just like, well, it was fun. Unfortunately, this Ireland team is this is just how it's gonna end. And then it just starts mounting. And we're getting all this pressure, and then Parrott puts 3 through after it was a brace against Portugal, wasn't it?
Yes, yeah. 5 goals in 2 games. Nuts.
Yeah, I mean, probably the best international break for a single player in the history of ever.
Yeah, it might be in history of international breaks.
Obviously, it's hard not to get swept up in the moment for this Irish team, but you look from the roster top down and you watch how they played those last 2 games. I mean, this is by no means just like a Cinderella story team. I feel like this is a really well-built team, and it's a team perfectly capable of obviously getting through to this playoff. But even looking at once they get through, I think this will be a fun group. I think it's that Mexico-Korea group, which obviously this is a tough playoff group as well. I think Czechia and Denmark are tough teams, but this Ireland team is for real. And Troy Parrott, I'd take a bullet for him. I'd take 12.
and I'll just add what Owen's saying there too about the team in general. They're all around the same age group too. Like it's even like they're starting to kind of develop depth within the country itself. Cause like you even look at like, okay, if Troy Parrott isn't playing well, we'll just bring in Evan Ferguson, who's been killing it at Roma.
I totally forgot about Evan Ferguson until you just said his name. That's so true.
Yeah, they also have Adam Ida, who's a really, really good championship player. They have Dara O'Shea. Timo Kelleher's the goalkeeper.
Yeah.
They have like a good... This isn't, like Owen was saying, this isn't like the Irish teams of late where you're like, oh, they have like 1 or 2 guys that maybe you know of that play like in the Prem. But they actually have like some depth to them. Like I think Seamus Coleman's even like a backup fullback. He still plays for the national team, but like that's a good guy to have as like a backup fullback on your team. So I agree with Owen. I think Ireland could make a run here.
Yeah, that would be fun to see. I cannot believe I asked Owen if he's Irish. His name is Owen Donahue. His brother's name is Colin. I don't want to put their full governments out there, but like
you just did.
The only thing that could have probably made you more Irish for those who are visually impaired, Owen does not have red hair or a beard. That's probably the only thing that could have made him more Irish. All right, cool. So that was a little World Cup preview and draw. We'll obviously get into those pathway games as they get closer in March. That'll be exciting. As long as Pooch is back in studio by then, maybe the shoulder will feel better.
Be back in studio Thursday, brother.
I mean, I don't know. We'll see. We will definitely see. And yeah, I think maybe we should all just, let's try this. I
believe that.
I believe that we will.
I believe that we will win.
I believe that we will win.
Pooch, you're not singing.
I believe we'll win. I believe that we will win.
That's the dumbest chant of all time. I hate that US is even involved with that. So Iceland gets that cool ass chant where they all sit there and they clap for like, and it looks so sick. You're like, you actually get kind of goosebumps, chills. You're like, oh my God, they're going to kill us if like there's not 8 security guards there. And the US just gets these like, I'll digress, but they get like these people who just go, I believe. And it's like, what? Shut up. Do something cool. Light up flares. Put down a tifo. Do something nuts.
You know what? Although I kind of agree with you, when I was in high school, we used to do it at the high school soccer game. It was
No, but
really
that's
cool.
perfect.
It was a sense of community.
No, for a high school soccer game, it is perfect. But we're trying to win the freaking World Cup.
So true, Pooch. So Pooch, let's give Pooch this task since he's not really doing much right now with his shoulder. Can you come up with a cooler chant or song for the U.S.? How about you come to Thursday's episode?
On the
you don't
spot?
Have, not
on the spot?
Yeah, you know what? Fuck it. I was going to say let's do it on the spot. New segment.
So you have to think of something and do something that will terrify the opponents.
You're the demonologist.
Yeah. So I think the whole crowd chanting like even like USA, but slowly. And then as it gets, so it's like USA, and then as that's going on, everybody's clapping. You start getting flags flown in the supporter section. You start lighting flares. You see AT&T Stadium, like Jerry Jones doesn't know what's going on. He's thinking it's the Alamo. Jerry Jones is like, oh man, we're getting invaded again. Like. So the flares start going. You then put a tifo down, and it's just like, I don't know. It's like a cowboy.
Ooh.
He's got the holster, and he's like getting ready to take out the holster. You got like I don't know, like the Swedish team like running like in the tifo, and it's just a constant like it's kind of like a heartbeat of just USA in the background, but it just gradually gets louder and louder and louder.
I like that.
And if that doesn't work, anytime the goalkeeper punts it, just do that thing that the Mexican fans do.
Fair enough. Yeah, I like that. Wait, let's try it this way. I like what you're saying, Pooch. Let's practice us, ready? But this time, let's make the words I. And then, ready? Yeah, let's try it. I
believe that.
I believe that we will.
I believe that we will win.
I believe that we will win. I believe that we will win. I believe that we will win.
Now picture the cowboy and Jerry
the Cowboys
Jones
on
and
the
all
back.
that. I believe that we will
But there's
win.
no Tifu.
Yeah,
Tifo.
no.
No Tifu either.
Yeah, he's not there either.
Pooch, I actually liked your idea. Yeah. Other than that, I guess we'll have to. Damn, we did it again. We're gonna have to push the Chelsea segment to next week.
Damn I actually had some good talking points.
Well, we'll be able to expand on them after the game. After the game against Atalanta. So whatever. That being said, yeah, it was a fun one today, boys. What do we think? Everyone had a good time?
Yeah.
Continue to follow the socials. Admin Owen is now officially getting the graphics going. Exciting news that I will be doing my best to drop our IRL or in real life footy video this Wednesday. I don't want to go over the scores and not spoil it. You're going to probably just see some random explosions and stuff on there. Maybe Owen will help out with that. Owen, what do you think?
Yeah, I made you a little scoreboard.
Ooh.
Which we can throw on the bottom.
There you go. That'll be good. Yeah, we're definitely going to...
We have to put like some of these like firework explosions, like a used car sale, like anytime we score a goal. Like just like Brett Sudell, goal.
You've been very visual this evening, Puka. I like it.
You took like some mushrooms or something before this? You got like you're on a little trip?
I took some high level ibuprofen though.
Yeah, my man's off a perk. He's feeling great right now. You haven't heard about the shoulder once, have you? He's off a perk.
It feels amazing right now.
Perky Pooch. Keep following the socials. Go. You like that one, man?
No. We gotta finish the episode and then I'll tell you something.
I think you got to say it on air.
Okay, so
we'll cut if we need to.
You know the clip of Kendrick Perkins where he's telling the woman, he's like, what does he say?
I think she's like, I need like some Advil to deal with the headache. Or no, she goes like, I don't know what I'm gonna do with this like headache you give me. And he's like, nah, you need some big perk or something like that. Like you need a big perk. That's what you need. And she's just like, okay. And then just cut to air.
Like it.
There you go. All right. Good episode overall, fellas. Everyone go follow the socials. We got our first video first, hopefully, a couple of YouTube videos going up. Hopefully, we get this episode up by tomorrow. Thanks, Owen. And then we will get the full IRL footy up by Wednesday night. Ideally, we're going to try and post it those days. We're still working on, it was our first time videotaping, so we'll see the best we can do there. Going to get some like 1990s like car salesman fireworks idea I had. Yeah, just like that. And then, yeah, keep providing feedback. Keep sharing with your grandmother. Keep sharing with your mother. We love you guys. It's a Monday night episode. We had a ton of fun here. We're just going to let it keep rolling. We'll figure it out. Give it a like. Give it a follow. Yeah, go ahead, Pooch. Outro. Here we go.
Let the good times roll. Do, 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 do. Let the good times roll.
Music. Here we go.
Let the good times roll. Let the good times roll. Let the good times roll.